It's Football Friday in Oklahoma, and you've struck pay dirt. Skordle Pay Dirt brings you all of the action from 8 feature games across the state. Producer Corey Rogers takes you right where the action is. You've hit pay dirt. Here's your host, Andy Campbell.
Hello and welcome, football fans, to another week of Skordle Pay Dirt. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Andy Campbell. I am live here at the Skordle studio with producers Corey Rogers and Ethan Sunken. The Skordle studio is located at Orthodontics exclusively in Norman. We want to thank those guys for allowing us to be here every Friday night of the season on Skordle Pay Dirt. We have a great lineup tonight of 8 games across the state of Oklahoma, from Class 6A all the way down to Class B. And we'll start out with our Skordle game of the week, as we do every week, with Todd Miller and Adam Dieselhorst on the call. It is Booker T. Washington at Choctaw.
Out of the field, we'll keep it right here to see the teams take the field, and then we'll take a quick 1-minute timeout and be back to kick it off. Booker T 3-0 with wins over Southmore and Del City, both on the road. They played their first home game of the year last week against Tulsa Edison. Choctaw hosted a pair of out-of-state foes, Beacon Hill of Virginia and Springdale, Arkansas, before losing last week in Texas to Dallas Jesuit. Here come the...
Okay, we'll be back to Choctaw in just 1 minute. We're going to take you to the Watonga Eagles, undefeated at 4-0 at Cashin Wildcats. It looks like Watonga just kicked off, Cashin on offense.
Yeah, to try to not to, just open it up and throw it deep very first play, just to say this is what we can do too. But I really think he's going to try to open up. As I say that, Nick Nabavi splits out. So.
Empty. So 5 wide, 2 up top, trips down below. Ben Harmon by himself in shotgun. Almost gets the draw. Got Jackson Vandruff in the slot here in between Gilbert and Mason Manning. Snap. Harmon looked to screen to Manning to that right side. Makes a move. First guy misses. He's got a gang tackle of Watonga Eagles, and that's basically no gain. So nice work there. It looked like by number 13 and 44 for the Watonga Eagles for defense. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Good read by Watonga's defense there. Obviously, if you've watched any film the last couple of weeks, Mason Manning, Logan Lagasse, and Nick Nabavi, key players on the offense, especially in the passing game with Mason and Logan. So it does not surprise me at all they read that as quickly as they did. Yeah,
and they got coming up right there last week. Mason had time to kind of dance around and make a guy miss and go for big yardage. This week, you want to see him just catch it and get up the field, get what they give you, and go to the next play.
Harmon in shotgun snap. That one will go to Nabavi right side. He's got a lane. He'll cut back in. Met in the middle by the linebacker, and that'll be a short gain, about 1 or 2. So great work there by the Watonga Eagles. Nabavi staying patient, but only getting a couple yards.
Yeah, and there's that run that I was talking about, and I said watching film, some other teams had some success going at that right side like that, and that time they did a good job of getting off the blockers, not really letting Nick have anything to get rolling with.
So Cashin steering at 3rd and 8, 10:40 here, first quarter from the 41. Most likely 4-down territory. We'll see what Coach Harmon or
about
Coach
a
Shack
10-yard
does.
stop to
Harmon back to pass, looking deep. He's got Lagasse on the hitch, and he's got a bounce for a first down. And just like that, Cashin Wildcats in Watonga territory.
Yeah, I mean the kid was 10 yards off Landon. Landon does such a good job of just pushing down the field. Had the guy's shoulders turned, and then Landon just settled in right there past the sticks. And Ben is on the money with that throw the last few weeks, and big first down for the Wildcats.
Got a little stack option here on the short side. Harmon in shotgun. He'll look back. It is a screen of Manning, and that's going to be in the stands. Little extra juice there for the homecoming king. And I'll bring up 2nd down and 10. That's a new look. I haven't seen that look on the short side.
Somebody had told me they were going to split Vandruff out with Gilbert and just let them try to get some blocking, and really just almost like an extended run play out there with some bigger kids out there blocking. But now with Landon out there singled up, let's see if we don't have something hit on that side.
Eagles in a 4-2-5. Harmon back to pass. He's got Lagasse on the out, makes it 1. Oh, actually great tackle there by number 4. Open field tackle by Phoenix Whiteshirt, the sophomore, on Lagasse. And that's one of those situations where I think you were talking about earlier. Just put the pedal to the metal, Lagasse, get to the edge to see what happens. That brings up 3rd down and about 7 from the 42.
Like you talked about in the pregame, 2 yards is one thing. You get Landon in 10 yards, it's a lot harder to manage.
So 10-0, it's like 9:58 here, running clock. Cashin in Watonga territory around the 42. 3rd down, another long for the Cashin Wildcats. Nabavi in a deep pistol. Harmon with the give to Nabavi left side, trying to get out there. There's one block, there's two blocks. He's got a lane to the 30, 25, 20. Stiff arm still on his feet. Eventually corralled and brought down right around the 13. That'll be a first down, Cashin Wildcats.
Yeah, good run right there. Had good blocking, plenty of room to get out there and really get downhill. And then Nick is just such a hard kid to bring down, and he threw one defender off and then was able to get that big yardage for the Wildcat first down.
1st and 10 for the Wildcats from the 13, 9:34 first quarter. Harmon, another gift to Nabavi left side. He's met behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll be a tackle for loss for the Watonga Eagles. And I'll bring up second down and long.
Yeah, and give it up to Watonga. They're fired up. They're getting off some of those blocks and getting in that backfield and not really letting Nick get rolling other than that one big run. And they're coming up and making tackles on the edge when the ball's going out to the boys on the quick screens.
9:07 first quarter, first possession for the Wildcats. Again, Watonga in that 4-2-5. Harmon, screen, hitch inside to Manning. He'll catch, cut back inside. And he'll be dropped back. He'll be a catch of about 5 or 6 yards. That'll make it about 3rd and long again for the Cashin Wildcats.
That was one of Coach Watson's keys to the game this week was no matter what, he thought it was going to be a 4-quarter game, and he wanted them to play like that. Lots of excitement, no taking plays off, just hustle around and fly to the ball.
37, there we go. That's my really good.
Certainly the dancing's not working for the Cashin Wildcats right now. So 3rd and 7 sounds familiar from the 11 now, though, for the Cashin Wildcats. 8:27 running clock, first quarter action, first possession. Trips left for the Wildcats. Tight end set, Vandrup on the right. Harmon in shotgun snap, looking to his left. Going to go ahead and keep it, rolling out to his left. He's got a screen catch by Lagasse at the 5. Will that be enough for the first down? It'll be really close.
Yeah, that's going to be about a half a yard short, it looks like, where they got it marked on that far side over there. But good job by Ben. That initial, what he was going to go to in the corner was not open, and he did a good job just pulling it down, finding Landon Lagasse for the open catch, and put them right there where they could get that first down.
4th and 1, Nabavi inside, bowls through. He's definitely going to have
Touchdown.
enough for the first. Will it be enough for the touchdown? It'll be just short to the goal line. So good work there by Nabavi, dropping the pads and getting what he needs to for the first down. And a big 4th down conversion for the Cashin Wildcats will bring up first down and goal. Running clock, 7:42.
And they're going to go quick here. And listen, I wouldn't doubt they don't just give it to Nick again and just let him punch it in.
There you go, Nick in the middle, bowls through, and that's a touchdown. Cashin Wildcats, Nick Nabavi, 1-yard dive, and the Cats are on the board, 6-0.
Touchdown Cashin as Lynn Shackelford's offense gets on the board early in that game. Let's go to Piedmont, where the 5A Wildcats are facing the visiting Guthrie Blue Jays. It looks like Piedmont is in the pay dirt.
And so what Piedmont's doing very well on this first drive is just getting around Woods and going to the second and third running backs and being able to make some positive plays.
Handoff is to Wood. Again, another option play. Lucian on the left side, and that's a Piedmont Wildcat touchdown.
Great play there by Mars. He sniffed out that blitz coming down from Guthrie.
Curricular activity on the near side. And the flag came very, very early, Adam, but you wonder if there weren't multiple flags that were thrown during that skirmish.
Yeah, it was hard to tell. I mean, usually a lot of that type of stuff gets taken care of or squashed once the players get out of bounds because they're just uncomfortable being so far out of bounds. But, man, it spilled over past this bench down here about lane 4 on the track. And all I could see, it looked like Gentry Williams was involved, and it looked like the wideout that he was blocking was involved too as well, and I didn't catch a number there.
Well, they sort this one out. We're going to take a break. Choctaw already on the move. They're beyond the 45-yard line. And there is no score here with the opening quarter of play.
Timeout in Choctaw after some extracurricular activities on the field. Let's go to our Class B game, 8-man football, Pond Creek at Garber.
There's been a timeout called on the field, so.
Yeah, good discipline there by the Wolverines, not jump offside.
Yeah, just wanted to kind of try to get us the jump. So good discipline, like you said. We'll take a short break when we get back.
Timeout on the field in Garber. So let's take you to the other game that we haven't seen yet. Washington Warriors at Purcell. Washington with an early 7-0 lead.
The Dragons up 10 yards, and they'll replay first down.
Purcell's definitely want to get that cleaned up, TJ. That's 2 penalties for for several yards here to start out the game. Like you said, not a bad drive starting out to get in this game, but definitely penalties are going to have a setback on them if they don't clean it up a little bit.
And Coach Scott for Purcell talked about having to maintain control of the ball, and they're going to have to keep it a grinding type game where, Washington showed how they can score quickly. Maybe their best defense is to keep Washington's offense off the field. They finally hand it off to running back, and Rope Scott twists and turns the guy down. Riker Fink, the sophomore running back, is stuffed at the line of scrimmage for no gain. It'll be a 2nd down and 10 for the Dragons. Rope Scott fought off his block. Defensive end position and able to corral Riker Fink. 10 minutes in the first quarter. Warriors showing blitz with Lane Spalding, and they hand it off to Fink. Fink stiff arms a defender and thrown out of bounds right past the first down marker, pushed out by number 3, Kobe Scott. And that'll be a 1st down for the Dragons.
Warriors going to have to make some adjustments. They've got the edge on them a couple times tonight. It's been one of them things this year, TJ. Not many teams with our speeds been able to get the edge. So maybe Purcell watched a little bit of film, saw some things they like, and Warriors going to have to make an adjustment.
Check that. It's going to be 2nd and 10, I believe. Is that right? 2nd or 3rd and 10?
Down marker shows 3rd.
Yeah, 3rd and 10. They keep the quarterback keeps it now and tries to run it up the middle. Pushes it past the 30-yard line. Or to the 30-yard line, about the 31, and it'll be 4th down.
We'll see if Purcell goes for it right here. They had 3rd and 10. TJ was able to pick up half of that, make it 4th and manageable here. But on the other side of the 50, on the 31-yard line, this is going to be 4 down territory right here for the Dragons, looking like.
We'll bring you back to Purcell in just 1 minute. Let's go back to Garber, where they are hosting the visiting Pond Creek Panthers.
Comes out in Smingers in the gun with 23, Cole Mitchell to his left side. There's a snap, drops back to pass, looking towards number 3, and great sack there, good sack.
Away.
Nice rush there by number 84, Seth Smith.
That was a great rush of the quarterback there. Just came around that right end. Speed rush.
Yeah, was there in a hurry. It looked like he was looking again for Harrison Stapleton. By the time he looked that way, Seth Smith was already in his face.
Great job by the freshman.
So another opportunity here. Let's see if we can stay on him. 3rd and long situation. Seems like they're just trying to get half of it in this situation the past few times. So, and Smingers in the gun again. 23 to his left side, looking towards Stapleton. Oh, that catch with the pick. He's got room to run, and there he goes, ladies and gentlemen. Touchdown, Garber Wolverines. Great job, Ty Chester.
Yes.
Huge pick 6 there for the Garber Wolverines as they take an early lead in that game. Let's go back to our game of the week, Booker T at Choctaw.
First of about 3 Hornets to jump across the line of scrimmage. Now this becomes a much, much easier 4th down try for the Yellow Jacket offense.
Yeah, and you just have to be disciplined there. I mean, you see a lot of teams doing this, hard count anytime there's a 4th down play, and just got to be more disciplined than that.
Instead of 4th and a long 6, it's 4th and short a yard. Line of scrimmage at the Hornet 27. Choctaw needs to get to the 26. Bunch formation right. Wildcat. They snap it right back to Littell Ray. And I don't know if Ray got there.
I think there was a fumble.
There was the fumble. It's picked up by the Hornets. It's returned beyond the 40 and tackled finally at the 41-yard line. And that Booker T. Washington defense is fired up after forcing a turnover from Littell Ray.
Yeah, big play there. I think Ray, he was trying to stretch for extra yardage, and the ball got ripped right out away from him, and the big man with the return.
1st down and 10 for the Hornets. They will start at the 42-yard line with 9:20 to play here in the first quarter. That drive could not have started any worse, Adam, for the Hornets, but could not have finished up any better.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, they looked just a little off of the alignment that Choctaw was running, but, man, what a great way to finish that drive.
McKinney and Ethan Washington in the backfield. Now they motion McKinney to the near side. They throw it in the backfield on a screen. He gets a block, cuts left, 45. And Ethan McKinney picks up 8 as he'll make that 7 as he'll get to the 49-yard line. And the last to get
Okay, let's take you to Purcell, where the Dragons are in the pay dirt against the Washington Warriors.
10.
3 yards and a first down for the Dragons.
First and goal.
Go from the 10.
Smith hands it off to Fink.
Nothing.
Fink's met in the backfield by Milner. Jackson Hendricks comes in there, and so does Rope Scott. Looks like number 65 for the Warriors, Caleb Bruce, in there as well. Defensive line doing a better job of stopping that inside run game of Purcell. Second and goal from the 12. First pass of the game is complete, and he is slung down by Kobe Scott. Jose Tarango for the Dragons didn't get much yardage, and Kobe Scott bulldogs him down to the ground.
Yeah, Kobe came out the secondary there with his head on the swivel. They didn't pick up much there. Like you said, he got hit right at the line of scrimmage and did not pick up hardly anything.
Third and goal.
CTJ, they've had that several times tonight. They've timed it good, got fortunate a couple times, but trying to jump the snap, and like you said, Purcell got them there.
Gives the Dragons free 5 yards on the play.
Encouragement on the Warriors. Half the distance to go, moves the ball to the 4-yard line.
Take a timeout.
We'll take one with them. 7-0 Warriors with
timeout on the field in Purcell with the Dragons in the pay dirt. Let's go to Booker T at Choctaw.
Time for the Hornets, and we should see the punter Jackson Marsh on for the first time.
Man, the one thing that kind of jumps off at you is on defensively is Choctaw is super, super, super aggressive on defense.
Keep in mind, this is a defensive unit last year that in 2 games with Bixby gave up a combined 41 points. The 17 points the Spartans scored in the state championship game, the fewest Bixby has scored in 3 years. So Marsh is in punt formation. Deep to receive for Choctaw will be
timeout on the field in Choctaw. Let's take you back to Maxon Field in Cashion where the Eagles are driving.
Joe Jackson again, 2x2 little motion set here with Dunn. Back to pass. Blitz is on. Jackson Vandruff. He's able to elude him. Burke in motion deep by himself is number 5. Woo! Cashion better lucky than good. Dakota Morris was wide open in the end zone through his hands. Credit to Dakota apologize to Joe Jackson getting away from Jackson Vandruff, and that'll bring up 3rd down and long.
Yeah, Jackson went around the edge there and had a shot at him. Had a little bit of a help by a block. Kind of was on his back shoulder.
Very lucky for the Wildcat defense that Dakota Morris didn't make that catch.
So that's 3rd down and about 3rd down and 8 from the 28, 3:36. And if there's ever a good defense against Cashion, it's holding on to the ball.
Yep.
Cashion leading 7-0 here. First quarter action. Jackson in shotgun. Back to pass again. Pressure's on. Cross the middle. Caught by number 1. Tackled by Lagasse on Chris Sanders. And that'll be a gain of about 4, and that'll bring up 4th down and about 3.
They're good at running those little, finding the spots, find the spot in that zone, and letting Joe Jackson really just step into throws, and he's been accurate today already.
Cashion not blitzing as of yet. We'll see if Coach Woods mixes that up a little bit. He's hanging tight with that outside pressure with Bryce Burke, the sophomore, and junior Jackson Vandruff on the inside. We've got Joey Wilson actually in the tackle, and we've got Juicy Martinez. Aiden Williams. So 4th and short. Jackson is going to keep it, going to cut up the middle. He's going to have enough for the 1st down. He's going to get all the way down to the inside the 10. I'm not sure what happened. A defensive bust by the Cashion Wildcats, but good individual effort by Jackson, and they're cooking inside the Cashion 10-yard line.
Yeah, that time they just, saw what the Cashion Wildcats have been doing, and saw that they didn't really have that linebacker there ready, and or maybe stunting into a different gap, and had a perfect hold there to get up there and get that 1st down.
1st and 10 from the 6, 2:39. Jackson back to pass, pressure on by Nabades, gets hit on the release. Ball is caught. Good coverage there by Cooper Frazee. And that'll bring up second down and goal from the 2.
Another great catch by DeAndre Dunn. Definitely a key player for them this game and this drive so far on offense.
Second down and goal.
Last time they handed off to Kamen Vertoric, he fumbled it. It was called down. Cashin being a little unlucky here on these last few plays here. Let's see if they might be able to create a turnover here on the short side.
Let's see if they don't go towards Dunn over there on matched up with Evans.
Jet sweep, keeper by Jackson. He's tackled for a loss. Nice work by the Cashin defense. Jackson Vandruff. It looks like Juicy Martinez and Aiden Williams on the tackle, and that'll be a loss of about 1, and it'll bring up third down and goal.
Loss of 1 on the play, third down and goal.
The Cashin Wildcat defense bone up here, short field. 3rd and 4 from the 4, 1:32 first quarter. In I want to say an 8-minute drive here by the Watonga Eagles. Dunn in motion to the right. Jackson back to pass. Pressure's on by Nababi. He hits him. It's up top. Great hit, and we're going to have targeting.
Targeting.
There's no way. He's stepping into the throw, and he hits him.
I don't know if that's on Cameroni. They're going to have roughing the passer on Cash, and that'll bring up first down and 10. Or first down and goal from the 1.
Personal foul.
As he's throwing it.
I don't think it was on Nick. I think it may have been on Cam.
Oh, he's calling it was went towards the helmet with his arm is what he's saying.
So Watonga living life right. They did have that touchdown pass falling through the hands of number 5, Dakota Morris, but they've been fortunate on a couple of fumble plays, and now a huge, what would have been a huge third down stop. Jackson, first down and 10 from the 2. Shotgun give to Rhetoric. He's tackled behind the line. Let's see if he gets in. He'll be short right around the 6-inch line. And that'll bring up second down and goal here. Running clock, minute 5 here in the first quarter.
Yeah, definitely the best defense that you could ask for the Watonga Eagles is just they've taken this first quarter all the way down to under a minute left, 52 seconds left on the clock in this first quarter.
Like every other coach has said that we've talked to, the less time that Ben Harmon has the ball, the better that the other team is, and they're definitely taking advantage of that here.
Jackson from the 6-inch line in shotgun. Snap. He's going to have pass. He's going to keep. He's going to be tackled. He's going to be brought down. Ball is loose. He can't fall in.
Wow.
They're going to say touchdown. So this time without the fumble, they said his knee was not down. Even though
Touchdown Eagles is the 4-0 Watonga Eagles get on the scoreboard. Let's take you back to Choctaw in the game of the week.
Couple of yards to the 37 as the sophomore Will Smith was playing some big-time football right there.
Yeah, he came on and he hit him good. I think he's playing out there off the edge is what Will Smith is playing. Big kid playing out there off the edge.
In there at Mike linebacker, Matt Smith, the senior, also was the starter at that position. 2 yards officially for Ethan Washington on his 28th carry of the year. And again, offside's going to be called against Choctaw as Deshaun Brown, their outstanding senior at defensive end, a Division I prospect headed for Baylor in Waco, Texas, came off ahead of the snap.
Yeah, boy, and he looks the part, doesn't he? That is a big old kid that can move.
Second down and 3 at the 42-yard line, so a free play right here for Booker T. Out of the pistol, they'll hand it off to Ethan Washington, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage and maybe falls forward to a yard to the 43. Good pursuit to the football that time by the Yellow Jacket defense. And Alex Davidson, the senior nose tackle, was one of the host of Yellow Jackets that was there.
Deshaun Brown needs to be careful because it looks like he's almost lining up off sides every time. His helmet's about halfway over to the nose of the football.
6:16 to play, no score. Each team with 2 offensive possessions. Booker T has forced a fumble and turned Choctaw over on downs. They started this drive at their own 35. They're at the 43. Little swing pass out right. It's caught by Ethan Washington, and he's into Choctaw territory and down to the 48-yard line.
Great
Bolton
play call.
Hawkins, the senior corner, was the one that made the tackle.
Yeah, really good play call. I mean, they're going against the speed and the aggression from Choctaw. That's why I think you're going to see a lot more passes out in the flats, a lot more screens and things like that from Booker T.
9 yards. I thought that was going to go for a lot more when he got the block and they sealed the edge of the near side. First down, Booker T at the 48-yard line of Choctaw, and the Yellow Jackets jump again. Makes you wonder. And again, it was Deshaun Brown that was one of the 2 that encroached. If
we're back to Choctaw in just 1 second, let's take you to Pond Creek at Garber.
Alone the gun, looks to the left side, screen pass for Nagels. He looks for room to run, makes a cut upfield, gets a block from Ty Chester, gets the sideline, makes a few guys miss.
Nice play.
Be close to a first down for the Wolverines.
Really well executed, good blocks.
Line
Initial
got
one
out.
from Ty. Who was the first block? Actually, it wasn't Ty. Ty was the second one.
It was number 99, Dakota Martin, I believe.
Nice block there by Dakota to get that play going.
Came from the line, so a little screen pass, and lineman worked hard to get out in front.
3rd and short.
3rd and short, more of a bunch formation for the Wolverines. Toss out to Ty Chester. Oh, great cutback by Ty Chester, and he will score. 12-yard touchdown for Ty.
Another touchdown for Garbo. Let's take you to Washington at Purcell, where the Warriors have the football.
And 5, touchdown Warriors! 25-yard touchdown run by sophomore.
Just missed that touchdown there in Washington with Washington at Purcell. Let's take you to Guthrie at Piedmont, where the Blue Jays are in the pay dirt.
Or come back to the sidelines and go, how do we stop that?
Yeah, I mean, credit where it's due. Hammond's 1:17 left in the first quarter as they're pinning the extra point to tie this up at 7. Hammond's, what a great run to be able to just kind of tiptoe right there in the sideline, staying in bounds, and then getting the 6. As they line up for the extra point, snap is down, kick is up, and it is good. And, Mark, we're all tied up here in Piedmont.
Yeah, so it's one of those things, this offense, that offense, that last drive they had the ball, they were going to they were sitting there,
Okay, the Blue Jays on the board as that game is tied in Piedmont. Let's take you to Hinton, Oklahoma, where the visiting OCA Eagles are, looks like they are on offense driving on the Hinton Comets.
Be second and 14. Favorable spot for the Comets. It's actually a loss of 4. Shotgun set. One man lined up to the right of the quarterback, number 6. He takes the snap, looks to pass. Quick pass to number 20. And it's short of him, so he's just going to fall down just shy of the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd and 11. And shotgun set again. Empty backfield, number 6. At quarterback. 2 to the far, 2 to the near. Snap, drops back to pass. Number 12 catches it. He's not going to go anywhere. He's going to be just shy of the 30-yard line. They're probably going to go for this, I imagine. As there's been a couple of linemen on the Eagles offense that have jumped the snap, but no flag so far. 1:40 remaining, first quarter, 4th and 7. Shotgun set, empty backfield. And that's going to be another timeout for the Eagles. They're second and a half.
Timeout on the field in Hinton. Let's take you back to the game of the week in Choctaw.
Not real tall, but boy, is he patient. And once he gets to the edge, he is lightning quick. Empty backfield, 4 receivers wide right. They'll throw a little screen that way, and it's through Ray's hands out of bounds. So to bring up 2nd down and 10 with just over 4 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Speaking of special teams, how about that run by the freshman from Laverne last night on Skordle?
Oh, my goodness. He literally juked the entire team. I mean, I think we counted. I think, it's an 8-man game and 7 people. He broke a tackle from 7 people.
Go to Skordle on Twitter. You can see it. I promise you it's an unbelievable play. 2nd down and 10 at the 22-yard line. Wessel hands it off again to Bell. This time behind right guard, and Booker T cuts him down at the 24-yard line. So to bring up 3rd down and long in neither team, and you would expect that to be the case despite all the athletes having trouble against the other's defense on 3rd and long.
Yeah, I think both these teams are kind of feeling each other out. When you have athletes draped across the board on both sides, it's going to take one big play, and I think we'll kind of start seeing some points get put up.
Choctaw 3rd and long for a 3rd straight time. Low snap. Wessel in trouble. Throws
Here's
it
your
off
play.
left. It's caught and breaks the tackle. 40 to midfield to the 45-yard line, and he's run down from behind. R.J. Jackson was the last avenue for Wessel to find, and he nearly took it the distance.
Well, the big guy, I mean, look at the frame on that guy right there. How'd you like to throw to him? He looks like one of those prototypical division.
We'll be back to Choctaw in just 1 second. We're going to take you to Watonga at Cashin. Wildcats on offense.
1st and 10 for the Wildcats on the 49 of Watonga. Single back set. Harmon with the screen out to Manning this time. He's got the block this time. Cuts back inside. 35, 30, 25. Cuts back in 20. And on the tackle is number 44, Wyatt Steve, but not after a huge game for Mason Manning from Ben Harmon.
Yeah, great job right there by Mason. He saw that he had the blocker, so we talked about it. Just getting downhill, and he caught the ball, turned on the Jets, had to make one guy miss to get that big yardage. He made him miss, got down there, and they made a good, had some good angles to catch him, and got him down before he got into the end zone.
Great blocking there by the Cashin Wildcats. Harmon now staring at 1st and 10, back to pass, left side. He's going to curl back into his right. He's got a lane. He's going to tuck it to the 20, to the 15. Nice little move there, juke spin. He'll go all the way down to about the 12-yard line. Nice work there. Tackled there by number 7, Trayton Cole. And we do have a holding call.
Holding the call against Cashin.
Talking a little bit about Mason. Every week we talk about how Mason kind of gets us down the field and then allows Landon and Nick and some of the other guys to make some big plays, and that was no exception right there. Great run by Mason, getting us in the red zone, or I guess pay dirt territory.
Yeah, and then we're out of pay dirt territory as the Cashin Wildcats with the flag. Another tough call there by referee Peter Abernathy. This one also going against the Cashin Wildcats. We'll move it all the way back.
Bring up 1st down at 23.
As you heard Silky Smooth there, bring it up Chad Tishner. 1st and 23, right around the 31, 32-yard line of Watonga. That would be definitely double sticks. A tough call there for the Cashin Wildcats. Nababi in deep pistol. Harmon. And we have another flag false start. You know, our boy out there, linesman Jeff Ghost, he's been wanting to call that. He finally got to call it. So this one, I don't know who, I didn't see any movement on that one.
5-yard penalty.
Now, Mason Manning kind of looked at him and was like, is that on me? And it looked like he said, yeah, I don't know. I didn't see him really take off until the ball was snapped, but that is sure the call there, and I think that's who he called it on, was Mason Manning out there as a wideout.
So 1st and 28 for the Cashin Wildcats from the 36-yard line. It's been a tough go for the Wildcats, even though they lead 7-6. And no offsides there. We're going to have it there.
Get it there.
So good job by Harmon. We've been able to almost get them there, but Joe Jackson steps across the line into the neutral zone. And
if you're Watonga, you cannot have that happen. You got to capitalize on having Cashin in first with 30 yards to go. You can't allow that to happen if you're the Watonga defense.
So Cashin and Watonga trade penalties in 5 yards, so it goes back to right around the 31. It'll be 1st and 23 again. Cashin is empty back set now here as Nick Nababi moves out to the split on the right side on the Cashin side. Shotgun, screen to Lagasse. He's going to have to make one guy miss. He does. Nababi on the outside blows up his guy. Lagasse across to the 15. We're talking about a pancake. Nice job there by Lagasse making the first guy miss and gets it all the way down. Looks like close to the 15-yard line. Will bring up, looks like 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, I say it every time. And I would say it every time that Nick is out there blocking in front of somebody. If I was carrying the ball, I would want Nick Nababi out in front blocking for me because he just paves a way every single time he's out there, and that time was no exception.
I may do it again. I apologize. Second down and 7 from the 15 now. Cashin working back all the way from that tough holding call. Harmon looking to his left. He's going to step up in the pocket. Excellent job rolling to his left. He's looking for somebody. Manning's there. He'll go ahead and tuck and keep. Nice little juke move. Cuts it up. Hit out of bounds. Is that a late hit? Should be, but nonetheless, It'll be a 1st down. Cashin Wildcats feeling inside the 10 of Watonga.
Great job by Ben. That's something the last 3 weeks he's gotten a lot better at, is when there's an opportunity for him to run the ball.
Cashin in the pay dirt. We'll be right back to Maxon Field, but let's take you back to the game of the week where Choctaw, the Yellow Jackets,
on the part of the Yellow Jackets, but a lot of faith in their offense.
Yeah, and really Wassel that time, man, he was getting chased, and he was in a really bad spot and made a heck of a throw out in the flats. And then obviously, you get that type of player, dynamic player like him, the ball, and Ray in open space is tough.
21 yards of the catch and run, plus half the distance to the goal line now on the late hit penalty against Jordan Drew. I can assure you the things tonight that might usually go unflagged, borderline late hit calls, are going to be flagged after the way this game got started. So it'll be 1st and 10 after the penalty at the 9-yard line. 1.5 minutes to go. Here, the High Plains Insurance Skordle Game of the Week from Choctaw first quarter on homecoming night. Under pressure is Wassel, rolling left. He has some yards as he's rolling down at the 5-yard line. Aiden Walker was there for Booker T. Also on the stop, Solomon Thompson. He'll pick up 4, bring up 2nd down and goal to go from the 5, and that play didn't have much of a chance, but Wassel did a good job making something out of nothing.
Well, they had issues with the snap again. That's about the 4th or 5th time they've had issues with the snap.
C.J. Smith is in there as the tailback. 3 receivers, 4 to the near side. They hand it off to Smith behind right guard, and he is cut down after a yard gain to the 4. It's going to bring up 3rd down and goal to go with 1/2 minute to play here in the first quarter.
And they bring the bigger back in this time to kind of run more of a little bit of power play, but Booker T was able to stop it there.
C.J. Smith had his season best 69 rushing yards against Dallas Jesuit last time out 2 weeks ago in the Yellow Jackets' first loss of the season. Choctaw may run this thing down to just a couple of seconds. No, they snap it. Not much difference between the play clock and the game clock.
Good ball.
Wessel rolls right, and the ball is caught in the end zone for the touchdown. Jack Smith with the reception.
They really like rolling him out. If you notice, he's almost more comfortable on the run, and that kind of the good job. They just kind of ran a flood into the quad side of the field, and their backside wide receiver just ran a little drag.
Touchdown there for the Yellow Jackets as they take an early 7-0 lead over Booker T. Let's take you to a game that just kicked off in Noble, El Reno at Noble.
Yep, so just nothing special to that. Just I think they kind of went to the Piedmont playbook, and Malachi Nelson, number 3, just right up the middle, and found a little gap and was able to get a huge first down there. So 2 plays, and they're already in the red zone. Man, so we're going to have to tighten this up just a little bit.
You know, it's tough for the Bears because we haven't had a lot of film as to what they were going to do and what they, how they usually run plays and out of sets, and so you're almost guessing as a defensive coach, right?
Absolutely, and I think a strength of their team is going to be the offensive line here. And there you go, good, nowhere. Yeah. So
nowhere to go on that one.
Yep,
that was Cade Mayo. No, I'm sorry about that. It was exactly Parker Cooper that was the quarterback.
Yep, just kind of rolled out to his right. No one into the flat. I think he was looking for number 10 out, or excuse me, number 17 out here in the flat, and he was covered up by Logan Kirby. So good pursuit to the quarterback to bring him down.
What did you think about the speed on that kid? He got out there pretty
not
quick,
bad.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, like he's pretty shifty, and I don't think he throws it real well. Not yet. I mean, he is a sophomore, so he's he's a good-looking kid though, and he have some decent wheels on him. So we have to kind of watch that.
Keep him.
Just a little different look for the Bears because we got Caden Dominy back with the absence of Villanueva.
Okay.
Oh, I've got you. So Villanueva, unfortunately, is out. Number 1, bobbles the ball. He gets tackled and wrapped up from behind.
We have
and Givens.
There we go. So they got just maybe 2 or 3 on that one. So it's going to set up a big 3rd down here for the Indians. So just kind of a jet sweep and just a quick give to Devon Smith. And, yeah, like you said, he kind of bobbled that. So we almost had the ball hit the turf. But, good job of corralling that ball and picking up 3 or 4 yards.
Tavian Givens on the tackle, number 25. And, guys, he made that tackle on the sideline. And whether you know it or not, he's the starting nose guard.
Yeah, he just his motor never stops, man. So give him a lot of credit here.
He's been like that since Little League.
I think we intercepted.
You're going to say they both went out of bounds after he caught it, so that's going to bring up 4th and really long. Do they have enough kicking game? Now, we watched their kicking game earlier, Coach. You were saying let's keep an eye on that.
Yeah, keep an eye on that for sure. And so you're right here, number 12, Cooper Park just tried the little fade route to number 17, hit that back pylon, but tremendous job by Logan Kirby. He spun his head right away, caught that ball, and kind of pushed him out of bounds. So tremendous play there, sets up a 4th down for him.
It almost looked like he blocked him out, didn't
it?
Like he turned his body towards him and said, hey, I'm going to block you out of here.
Like
that's his basketball skills.
Yes, exactly. Going up to get a rebound. Just block him out.
All right, they're going to go for it. And Cooper Park's going to call the play. Looks to hand off, and he looks to his left. He looks across the middle, and there's an interception by Caden Dominy. He's got a lane on the right-hand side. He's at the 20. May get a good block. He cuts back in the middle. He's at the 50. He's struck down and taken down right by the quarterback, but he is all the way down to the 40-yard line, folks.
So very nice. So they tried a little crossing pattern right in the middle.
Big interception there for for Noble. Let's go to North Oklahoma City, where Millwood Falcons are down early 8-0 to Prague.
It's a snap. It's a quick pass out to Dix on the outside. He gets a first down, and he's going to be dragged down out of bounds though by Trip Davis, but it's good enough for a Millwood first down. Excuse me, Xavier Thompson.
First down and 10.
Xavier Thompson there on the outside makes a man miss and gets the first down. Quick pass there by the Falcons. If they can get those quick passes working, Colton, I think they could be dangerous, especially with the speed that they have with Thompson and even McElwee. Hunt, and there's going to be an offsides there on the Red Devils.
Boy, this has been probably the 4th or 5th flag we've seen.
Flag on the field.
In the last 7 or 8 plays, Red Devils making some mistakes. It's costing us yards.
Yeah, some mental mistakes here early for the Red Devils in this drive.
We've got a couple players coming out. Looking like Dylan
Offsides
Cooper.
on the Red Devils.
It's going to bring up first and 5. It's going to bring up 1st and 5 for the Falcons.
10-12 to go in the second.
Hunt.
All kinds of time still left in this half.
Hunt in the shotgun. Got a man in motion. He hands it off, though, and he is stopped. Can't tell if that was behind the line or if that was good for a no gain. I believe that was Alonzo Henderson on the carry. Who was that?
45 Henderson.
That was Ringel. Ringel in there made contact first, and I believe Cooper Smith brought him down.
And Dylan Cooper telling Ringel quickly run back out off to the sideline.
I think they're going to say that was a no gain, so that's going to bring up 2nd and 5, 9:45 left to go in the second quarter. Hunt in the shotgun. He takes the snap. He fakes a handoff, and he's running to his left. He breaks one tackle, and he's taken down, though, by a host of Red Devils, but that's going to be good for about a 3 or 4 yard gain. That's going to bring up 3rd and short.
Okay, we'll be right back to Millwood. Let's take you back to El Reno Indians at Noble. Noble is in the pay dirt.
So big because he was so wide open.
Yeah.
And he just kind of threw a fastball, and I think he needs to take a little bit off of that pass. So
Man.
he was there.
Man, I'm telling you, the way he set up and threw that one, I knew it was going to be coming in hard. But,
exactly.
I tell you what, that one, number 1, he's got some soft hands, though.
Yes, he does.
A lot of times he can handle those.
Yeah, when Colin can work his, get his shoulders turned towards the line of scrimmage, work downhill, man, he has some zip on that thing. But
you get a little jacked up right now, too, right? You're about to score first quarter. You hadn't played in a week. It's like it's time. Oh, it looks like they're going to hand off right to Trevor Wardrop, who spins into the end zone, says, I got 6 for you.
And I tell you what, so we went under center.
Touchdown there for the 2-1 Noble Bears. Let's take you back to Millwood, where the Falcons are in the pay dirt.
Henderson motions off to the right. Hunt in the shotgun takes a snap. Henderson comes back, fakes a handoff, and Hunt is running to his right. He's got room, but he's tackled there by Connor Davis. What a play. Sideline. That's the defensive tackle, Colton, coming all the way across the field and making that play. Great play there by Connor Davis.
I tell you who's working hard tonight. It's Aiden Auld.
It's good for, that's true too, but that's good for about a 1 or 2 yard gain there by Hunt on the right. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 8. 8:13 left to go here in the second quarter.
Aiden Auld wrapped up in nearly every play we've watched tonight.
Let's watch this play, and then we'll go to Pond Creek at Garber.
Henderson in the backfield again, off to Hunt's left. 3 receivers. Hunt takes a snap. It's a quick pass, and it's caught.
Okay.
Not good enough for a first down, but it is good for about 4.
Gets positive yardage. Looks like a Wolverine first down. Close to it. Yes, sir. Wolverine first down.
Nice job there by Carson Bishop again.
Ty Chester re-enters the game at the tailback position for the Wolverines. Hand off Ty Chester. He's got room to run up the middle. Makes a few miss. Oh. Stapleton maybe got a shoestring right there. Tripped him up. See if we stick with the tempo. Been working so far. Yes, quickly to the ball again for the Wolverines.
I really like it.
Checks the play card, looks left. Chester with the handoff, gets stuck at the line. No, breaks the tackle. Great two cuts and is in the end zone for his second rushing touchdown of the game.
That's the thing. There really wasn't anything there. That was just Ty being Ty.
Bottled up.
Big, athletic, tough.
Another touchdown there for the Wolverines. Let's take you back to Cashion, where the Wildcats are in the pay dirt.
Ball, feast or famine, in and out of the hands of Mason Manning, what would have been a sure touchdown, and that'll bring up third down and long for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and right there, I mean, number 4 did a good job of just getting out there, and I mean, I don't know if he just maybe threw the timing off or just threw his hands right in front of that ball just for a second, and it just threw Mason off enough that he couldn't reel it in and run for that touchdown right there.
So 3rd and 7, I'd love a little screenplay here for the Wildcats. We've got Trips up top, Legas by himself down here on the bottom, the white long sleeve shirts. That's a keeper by Harmon, left side. He's looking for his blockers, cuts back inside. Nifty move by Harmon, he's free. Spin move all the way down to 5, and that'll be a first down. Cashion Wildcats, Ben Harmon. Silky, smooth, slippery, getting through the line, and that's enough for a Cashion first down.
He just fell right behind Critter.
That's
and
what I was
Joey
going to say.
Wilson.
Got to brag on Critter a little bit there. You see the big guy going through the hole, you're going to follow him. Ben did a fantastic job following Critter through there, and Critter, got to give huge props to him for
Just
the hole that he
blowing the
left
dude up.
open there.
Love it.
That would be Chase Ritter for you guys there at home. Critter Ritter. So Cashion first down and 10 right around the 15. Back to pass. Harmon looking to his right, out and up. Legas, intended receiver, goes up top. Touchdown! Cashion Wildcats! 15-yard out and up, and the Wildcats are...
Another touchdown for Landon Legas. That's his second on the night. Let's take you back to the game of the week where Choctaw is on offense against Booker T.
Yeah, and he's going to have to circle back and eat the football as they're going to tackle him at the 42-yard line back at Choctaw's end of the field.
Well, just another mistake snapping and mishandling the ball by Choctaw, and that's about the 3rd or 4th time that's happened tonight.
15 yards on the loss. 3rd and 16 now for the Yellow Jackets back at their own 42-yard line after they had 2nd and a yard at the Booker T 43, following an offsides call against the nose tackle, Mondre Teichert. 8.5 minutes to play here in the first half. Choctaw checking out of the play. Another empty set for Steele Wessel. Wessel now is going to line up Lattell Ray in the backfield. They'll give it off to the tailback behind left guard. And he's down to the 47-yard line of Choctaw. He'll pick up 5, and it's going to bring up 4th down and 11. And the Jackets more than likely are going to punt the football.
And this will be a big stop here, obviously, for Booker T, with Choctaw scoring, obviously, in the last drive. And let's see what Booker T can either get a return maybe by Gentry, or they need some kind of spark, but it looks like Choctaw may go for it.
They have the offense out there on 4th down and 11 to the 47-yard line. Unless Wessel is going to pooch kick it. Bunch formation left, Twins to the near side. From the 47 to their own end of the field, they go for it. Steele to throw, pump fakes, throws it out left, and the ball dropped. Lattell Ray, as that throw from Wessel was a little high, almost one-handed in. And how about that stop for Booker T?
Okay, we'll be back to Choctaw in just 1 minute. Let's take you to Washington. The Warriors are on defense. Purcell, the Dragons, driving in the red jerseys.
In 27-yard line. Dragons getting the call in from the
Exact
sideline.
color scheme, just reversed.
Methodical pace for the Dragon offense. .438 and counting. Three receivers to the right. Running back to the right. They're going to pass. They're running the bubble screen for Titus Mason. He's got a lot of blockers to go with him. Warrior defense is able to shred him off. It looks like let's see, number 3, Kobe Scott, and number 22, Reese Stevens, there to clean that up. That could have been a big play for the Dragon offense.
Yeah, good job of Reese getting in there, and Kobe, because, like you said, they had defenders out front, had some good blocking downfield, and he was able to get the edge, but Warriors came in there and cleaned that one up. Could have been bad.
3rd down and 6 for the Dragons. Receivers split out wide. Smith takes bobbles the snap. He's going to able to pick it up. Now he's looking to throw it. and he throws it, but is out of bounds. Good coverage there by Lane Steele. Pass was intended for number 20. He's able to catch it, Quentin Goforth, but his feet were out of bounds when he got it.
Pretty good job by Creed right there. That play could have been bad in a hurry. Like I said, high snap, bouncing over his head, was able to pick it up and get it to the sideline, throw that ball out of bounds. It could have been about a 10, 15-yard loss right there, TJ.
I was surprised he was going to pick it up, but I guess senior quarterback is got great poise and was able to just pick it up and try to make a play, at least save some yardage for the Dragons. 4th down and 6. Big fourth down for the Warrior defense. Smith takes a snap, looking left over the middle, and almost intercepted, broken up by Reese Stevens. Pass intended for number 13, Jose Ochoa. Looked like Ochoa stopped running his full speed.
Yeah, that ball was thrown about 3 feet in front of him.
He stopped running. Reese broke on it, made a great play. Knocked it down, and the Warriors will take over at the 25-yard line.
Timeout on the field in Purcell. Let's take you back to OCA at Hinton. Comets are driving and in the pay dirt.
At the 11-yard line, that's going to be a first down with 4:08 remaining. Comets can really chew this clock and take their time, as they can get a first down before they score a touchdown, as they did on the last possession. Handoff, Graydon DeVinny spins up the middle. He's inside the 10. 9.5-yard line.
Let's go to that game.
3:30 remaining in the half. Comets with all 3 timeouts remaining. Tyler Strong's going to check in for Graydon DeVinny.
Carson knew that.
Yeah.
You know, and he started to run. He saw that green grass and just didn't quite get it tucked in, but he'll have another opportunity here in a minute.
You see our line get out on that screen pass there?
I may have gone for 6.
3rd and 16 for the Wolverines. Twins left. Drops back to pass. Looking deep downfield. Oh, overthrown and picked off by number 3 Stapleton. As he runs to the right side, gets the 40, the 50, and he has room to run. Jackson Wyden, can he catch him? No. So pick 6 as Stapleton intercepts it and takes it back for a long interception for the touchdown for the Panthers.
Yeah, Ty was back there. I thought I wasn't too worried initially that it was going to go the distance, and they were able to just get him. He ran over a guy, and the guy tripped him and paved the way for the long touchdown interception.
After the long interception return for a touchdown, the score is 28-14. Stapleton with the pick 6 for the Panthers.
Big pick 6 there for the Panthers on defense as they try to narrow the gap with Garber. Let's take you back to the game of the week. Choctaw on defense. Looks like Booker T has the ball about the 44-yard line.
80 for the last Booker T alum to be named the head coach.
Boy, and there have been a lot of great athletes come out of Booker T, as we all know. I mean, a lot of athletes that are generational type athletes that have went on to play at other big universities, went on to play in the NFL, and just a fantastic tradition that Booker T Washington has on both their men's and women's sports.
I think they have called offsetting fouls against both teams. So that is why you saw the reaction. I think it was defensive coordinator Greg Bryant of Choctaw that was so.
Okay, timeout on the field here in Choctaw. Let's take you back to Cashion, where the Wildcats lead at 20-6 and have the ball.
It's like, what's up, Nick? Just took me out there. But, man, that's when your running back's running hard, that stuff's going to happen. And Nick is
injury on the field there in Cashion. Let's take you to Hinton, where the Comets are in the pay dirt.
Just under 3 minutes. Comets can really chew the clock. They don't want to leave a ton of time on the clock for the Eagles as they move quickly on offense. I formation. Tyler Strong in motion. Fakes the pitch. Jake Wright, untouched, into the end zone. And the Comets take the lead 13-12, 2:50 remaining in the half. PAT to come.
Hinton takes the lead over OCA with another touchdown. Let's take you back to the game of the week in Choctaw.
Higher game. I mean, they keep moving him around, too, on the defensive front. Sometimes they play him at the two techniques. Sometimes they bump him out to the outside. Sometimes he's got his hand down. He's standing up. But it doesn't really matter what he's doing. They are not blocking him.
Among the schools bidding for his service, Nebraska, Missouri, Michigan, Arizona State, Iowa State, Louisville, and he signed with Baylor. Had 79 tackles and 13 sacks a year ago. Got one right there. Third down and 9, Hornets at the 46.
And watch him here. Booker T drops somebody down to chip him, but he's on the edge closest to us.
We'll be back to the game of the week. Let's go to Cashin, where Wildcats have a 20-6 lead and the ball.
Enough for a first down.
It's going to be just a little short, I thought.
Ooh, looks like about a yard short, maybe.
No, it should be a
It's
first
enough for a
down.
first. So we'll give enough for a first down. So Legas there with a 7-yard reception. We'll bring up 1st and 10 from the 32. Running clock, 4:45, second quarter. Two-back set again. Legas joining Bobby with Harmon. Let's see if they'll run him in motion again. They will. Let's see if they fake it this time. They do. Come back to Gilbert. Nice little catch. You don't get spin move. He's still in bounds. Keeps his feet to the 15, 10, 5, all the way down to 3. Great individual play by Gilbert. No give up in that kid.
I love it. I told y'all that kid's going to have a breakout game. He had a touchdown against Thomas. That time right there, you know, the more he gets out there in big time minutes in games, he's going to get so good. A lot of times that's just nerve. You know, he hasn't been in big time minutes up to this year, and now you're seeing it.
Harmon gets into Bobby. 4
Another
yards.
touchdown in Cashin as the Wildcats extend their lead. Let's take you to Washington at Purcell, where the Warriors are in the pay dirt.
They send Cage Morris in motion, and they try to run the option. There's a fumble. Good job by Cage Morris. Falling the ball, looked like Cantrell's arm got hit by a defender as he was trying to make the pitch.
Cantrell saw it come out too. He was trying to scramble, but like you said, good job right there. Falling back on that brings up a 2nd and goal from the 18-yard line.
35 seconds. Warriors do have 2 timeouts left. Cantrell takes a snap, looks right, looking for Kobe Scott on the post. Almost makes an incredible catch. Just a little bit high. Hit him in the hands, though. Good effort there by the senior receiver.
That's one thing. That's one thing you gotta like if you're a major. You can throw the ball up. Got guys that have the capability of going up and getting it. That was a good ball. A little bit high right there, but like you said, hit him in the hands. He could have came down with that easily.
3rd down and goal from the 18. Cantrell trying to get the defense to jump off sides unsuccessfully. Gets the call from the sideline. Takes the snap. Looking towards Lane Steele in the slot.
Got it. Good ball.
Able to get to about the 2 or 3 yard line. We'll see if the coaches call timeout.
Yeah,
they do.
Talk about it.
We'll keep it right here.
Great 3rd down right there. You know, something over the middle. Get it to one of your playmakers, and like you said, brings up a is that a?
Yeah, it's going to be 4th down.
Timeout on the field in Purcell with the Warriors in the pay dirt. Let's take you quickly to El Reno at Noble. We'll bring you right back once commercial's over.
Man, if he had some real estate, guys, if he catches that, because we have Brandon Harper out blocking number 17, and that could have maybe gone the distance.
We are so close at every one of these. I just don't know what's happening right now as far as catching the ball. It just seems like it's
a little sloppy right now this first quarter. It hadn't been as crisp as we've been the first 3 weeks. But they are kind of blitzing and bringing these kids hot a lot. So
right over the middle, Brandon Harper with a great catch and a perfect throw right down the center. That's going to pick up the Noble Bear first down.
Yeah, tremendous. Just a deep slant for Brandon Harper right over the middle, and a tremendous throw by Colin right on the money, and picks up that first down.
He stepped into that one.
Yes, he did. And I told him this week, is like when your mechanics start to fall, kind of like Spencer Rattler. When his mechanics are bad, the throws are bad. So there was dadgummit. Yeah, so we got a false start here, but I was just telling him just to really step into those throws, and because you're gonna have to have a little zip on these things when you're going over the middle, especially.
Well, if he wouldn't have thrown it, the defender was right there. So if he would,
we'll be back to Noble. Let's take you back to Purcell, where the Washington Warriors are in the pay dirt.
Looks like it's 4th and goal from the 3.
They hand it off here?
They have a timeout, so there's an, well, that wouldn't matter if they don't get there, so take that back. And it looks like they were just trying to see what Purcell was going to line up in and take a timeout.
Another timeout on the field in Purcell. Let's take you to Pond Creek at Garber, where the Wolverines are in the pay dirt.
Chester on the play before. So I think that's a good time out there by the coach.
Yeah, kind of get things all settled in for the new quarterback. Gives Coach Harmon another chance to talk to his defense. Bend don't break opportunity right here for the Wolverine defense.
Fancy a little quicker, where Ensminger's a little more of a load.
Yeah. Cody Schumann is actually the quarterback freshman for the Panthers. Gets under center, toss out to Banks. Oh, a little halfback pass, looking deep. Good coverage. It's up in the air. Oh, picked up by Domingo Ramirez.
Yes, Domingo.
Great play. Little trickery out of the timeout. You can tell Garber Wolverine sideline is fired up.
Big play for the Wolverines. Domingo had just come in from Mark. Mark also.
Turnover there on the field for the Wolverines. Let's get you back to Purcell.
And a bobbled snap. They throw it to Lane Steele in the middle of the end zone. He's open. Touchdown. Great play design by the Warriors. Lane Steele was wide open in the right corner of the end zone. And Cantrell gets himself another touchdown pass on the evening.
Great job by Cantrell sticking with that. That play, 4th and...
Washington putting some distance between them and the Dragons. Let's take you back to Hinton, where OCA is in the pay dirt.
We're always calling his name in the backfield. 2-point conversion, no good. Comets still have time and 2 timeouts remaining.
We just missed an OCA touchdown as they take a 4-point lead, 18-14. Let's go back to Choctaw, the game of the week with Todd Miller and Adam Dieselhorst.
I'm telling you, there have at least been, I'm going to say there's been 15 penalties in this game already. You think?
I bet it's close. Not all have been accepted. A lot have been offsetting, but I bet you're pretty close to being right.
I'm no expert, but
I would say well over 10, you're right. 1st and 15 to the 45-yard line. 5:45 to play before halftime. Here comes the pressure again. Boone gets it out, throws it left, ball caught. That's Demetrius Prudhomme, and he is lassoed down at the 41-yard line. Look at the speed of the Choctaw defense that time, and it was Spencer Bowles, the senior Sam linebacker.
Yeah, I mean, they are all, we talked about this earlier on, they are all over the place from sideline to sideline.
So 2nd down and 11 for Lathan Boone, who is facing a lot of pressure tonight for this Yellow Jacket defense. Boone checking out of the play as McKinney is the single set back in the backfield with 5:15 to play before half. It's a keeper. Boone coming left, runs into a defender and has nowhere to go. Bowles again in there on the stop, and you can see him get up off the pile and flex. He's made 2 really good plays defensively, and it's 3rd and long.
Well, and every time there's a tackle, there's literally 7 or 8 different Choctaw players right there. I mean, they are crowding to the ball carrier every time.
Told you that Jake Corbin is now in his 5th season here at Choctaw. He has instilled a new attitude, a new standard. It's called the GOLD standard, gold standard, standing for gratitude, ownership, leadership, and discipline. Says you have to be good in all facets to be a good football team, and they certainly are. And now before the snap of the football, Booker T wants a timeout. You can go around the stadium, and there is a lot of things that have GOLD standard labeled on them. Timeout. We'll take a break. 4:28 to play in the first half. 8-0 Choctaw on the High Plains Insurance Skordle Game of the Week.
To have a chance at the ball.
And here's the play right here. We can see it. You see him come up, and I mean,
the ball.
Yes,
Great hit by Mason Manning. Unfortunately, that's going to move Watonga up. They're going to have a 1st down.
Another huge penalty in favor of the Watonga Eagles, keeping their drives alive. 2:56 here. First down and 10 from the 35. Jackson back to pass. Blitz is on across the middle. Caught loose. Any flag there? No flag there. And we will get
Oh
a
my
flag.
good Lord. What are we doing?
So Joey Wilson very excited about the hit there. Was that Joey or Mason?
So are they going to call it on the hit, or are they going to call it on just celebrating after the fact?
I believe that was on cash number 10, Creed Kastner out there. Or 8, maybe I'm seeing 18. No, I'm seeing number 10. A little bit of a chest bump there at the end after that pass was knocked down, and then the flag was thrown immediately behind him right afterwards.
Should we switch it?
What in the world? And Shackelford's out there saying, hey, let's just talk about this real quick and see exactly what happened. He's going to find out what the official saw, see what he called it, and then, come over to the boys and just say there's nothing.
Some penalty issues that are getting worked out in Cashion. Let's take you back to the game of the week.
On the right side of the offensive line for the Hornets. No, it's offsides, Choctaw. A lot of scrimmage now at the 36, and that certainly makes this conversion opportunity a whole lot easier. Not easy, but easier. As instead of 3rd and 11, it'll be 3rd down and 6. Via the penalty, Booker T already has converted on 3rd down of this drive. Prior to that, they were just one of their first 4 on 3rd down tries tonight. 4:17 to play here in the first half, and we're well over an hour into this ball game. Ton of flags, only 8 points, all belonging to Choctaw, the number 2 ranked team at 6'2". Out of the gun, Lathan Boone. This time the pocket holds. Now he has to scramble away from Brown. He's going to tuck it and run. He has a first down and more. Boone running left to the 15 to the 10 as he cuts right. And then looked like a late hit from up here, but no foul called against Ethan Ronnie, who incidentally just signed a baseball scholarship to play with Murray State and Tishomingo this past week.
Yeah, it was a situation one time they got Brown to come upfield, and he didn't keep the edge, and heck of a job there on the sprint out by Boone, and Boone showed his speed and athleticism across the field.
27 yards on the scamper, deepest penetration of the night for Booker T at the 9-yard line. DJ McKinney is in the backfield. Wide receivers left and right. Micah Tees is flanked to the near side. Jordan Drew split wide right. And flags again. Looks like Choctaw may have been offsides this time. If so, as the Hornets are pointing the way of the Yellow Jackets, but don't they always? Offsides the call, Choctaw. You can bemoan the fact that there are a ton of flags being thrown to this ball game, and I will admit it certainly is made for a choppy affair, but the Whitecap and his crew doing all that they can, Adam, to keep control of this ball game, and it all started about 2 or 3 plays into the contest.
Yeah, I mean, it's been chippy the entire game. Obviously, you've seen a player thrown out of the game, and you've seen some swings and coaches getting upset, but that's what happens when you get a big matchup like this.
1st and 5 at the 5. They'll toss it wide right. DJ McKinney trying to get an angle, gets there for the touchdown. McKinney with his 2nd rushing touchdown.
And Booker T gets on the board as they try to close that gap with Choctaw. Let's take you back to Cashion, where the Watonga Eagles are close to the pay dirt.
For his teammates, but ball is loose, and I'll bring up 3rd and 15.
I'm all about celebrating a little bit, but with what the referees have called this for, I don't know.
And he caught himself, did you see?
Yeah, he caught himself.
He's like, yeah, never mind. I'm not happy. I just made a big stop.
So two big incompletions for the Cashion defense. And got to give credit to Cashion guys. When a ball's in play, they're making big hits. They're knocking the ball loose, making life hard for the Watonga Eagles. Timeout on the play. It looks like that was going to go with Coach Watson.
I imagine there'll be some conversation in the huddle there talking about, hey, do not be flexing your muscles. Don't be turning around.
Timeout on the field in Cashion. We have several games at halftime, but the only other action right now is El Reno at Noble, so let's take you to Noble.
And I couldn't tell who the other kid was in the backfield, but they were able to game tackle and bring him down.
Yeah, there were definitely 3 or 4 of them back there.
Outstanding effort right there for the defense. Man, the defense has played well so far. We just got to go punch one in right now.
Not knowing what they're doing,
Yeah.
They definitely have stepped up, so
yeah,
great job.
Absolutely. Watch something crazy here. Just to watch the football. Don't jump.
That's precious 5 yards on that 4th down.
Yes, it is. And there's a low liner again. Go get that. Let's go,
Brandon's got this one. If he comes across this way, we may have something. We may
good
have
block there.
something. See if he can take him. Oh, no, don't. Oh, you're going to get
There's
that call
flag.
every time.
Yeah, you can't do it, man.
Every time you're going to get that call for a blindside block.
Yep.
Every time.
Luke Conley knows
You
better
got
than
to
that
know
too,
better
man.
than that.
All you got to do is don't come just shield him, right?
Timeout on the field as they change possessions here. And Noble, let's take you back to Cashin, where the Watonga Eagles are almost in the pay dirt.
Understand that. So Jackson in shotgun, and they've had their chances. He's got Berchorek next to him, to the right of him in shotgun. Bunch formation keeper by Jackson. He's going to get about 2 yards, eventually tackled. Looks like up top will be Nick Nabavi, the senior, as well as Juicy Martinez, I apologize, Aiden Williams on the D-line, and that'll bring up 4th down and long. Interesting call by Coach Watson.
Yeah, definitely.
I think what he was trying to do is just see if they were going to try to bring that pressure on the outside, maybe have something up the middle, but man,
Hey, I'm just glad not to see a penalty flag on the play. I was getting a little dizzy there the last couple plays.
All right, 4th and 15, 2-12, 24-yard line as the Watonga Eagles from pay dirt. Let's see if the Cashin Wildcats can get a second turnover of downs. Blitz from the outside.
That's a
hold.
hold.
Call. Eventually pulled down, and the catch is made
Jace Evans
by number 1, Chris Sanders, but well short of the first down. Great job, individual play there by Jace Evans. Senior coming through a corner, and it'll be a turnover of downs for the Cashin Wildcats as they take over at the 24-yard line.
Good job by Jace coming up there. Like I said, if you can go back and watch Camden Maroney on a bunch of these plays like that coming around that edge, when a guy grabs his arm and pulls him and swings him all the way around, that is the definition of a hold.
Absolutely.
And they have not been calling it on that. And at some point, they're going to see that, and we'll start calling those.
Keeper by Harmon, huge lane, drive a truck through it, son. Harmon keeping the ball, protects it, falls down to the 35. Nice individual play, great blocking by the O-line. Ritter and Juicy Martinez on that right side.
Great hold there made by Preston Cotter, number 57, for Ben to kind of follow through there.
Yeah, I love seeing Preston Cotter pulling through there. We talked about it, I think it was at the Perry game with that 57.
Yes,
looked like Ron
yes.
Baker coming through there, blocking. Good job by the boys over on that right side, and then having Preston coming through, leading the way for Ben, get that big yardage.
1:50 on the clock. We have a flag, false start. Okay.
Penalty on the field in Cashin. So let's take you back to the game of the week where Choctaw is driving with about 3 minutes left before half.
46-yard line. He picks up 4 of the 5. 3rd and a yard for Choctaw.
Choctaw there runs a little GT counter play that obviously you see a lot of people doing and busts forward for about 5 or 6.
We were talking about the gold standard. It started with the uniforms. I mean, Jake Corbin said, we're going to redo our uniforms. We're going to look really, really sharp. A little shovel pass to Ray. Nowhere to go. Diagnosed perfectly by Ellis Sherman. In fact, they're going to spot it for a yard loss back to the 45, so it's 4th and 2. And I'll bet you Choctaw goes for it. And I'll talk about the helmets in just a moment, but those things are as sharp a helmets as I've seen at the high school level.
Yeah, they are. They're really nice. Almost looks like took a page out of Notre Dame's book.
4th and 2 at the 45. They need to get to their own 47. Hornets showing a little bit of pressure. Now Wessel is checking out of the play. He'll move Ray from his right to his left. They'll line up a tight end left, one to the near side. Hand off to Ray. He has a first down. He's into Hornet territory at the 49. And there is exactly what you're talking about. He has such a low center of gravity. They didn't have him stacked up, but it was going to be close. And then all of a sudden you see him shoot out and pick up the first down.
Yeah, he scampers through the hole so quick.
1st and 10 of the 49.
Good block.
Throw out in the right flat for Ray. It hit him in the hands. He dropped it incomplete. Choctaw is using a Rydell Speed Flex helmet. It is lined with Insight technology. Now, you asked me what that is. It is actually sensors that are inside the helmet that will alert a handheld device on the sidelines if a powerful blow is landed to the head of one of their players. It tracks the severity of the hit on a player's head. Toss sweep on 2nd down and 10. It's Bell again.
Oh, he goes.
Ray ducks a tackler, gets inside the 35, and Ray is down to the 30-yard line.
Just like the helmets we had when we played, right, Todd?
Yeah.
The old Nokomas with the 3-bar.
Back when we played, it was get back in the game, you got your bell rung.
Here's a towel. Rub the blood off the front of your head from the forehead pad that's crushing into it.
19 yards, back to throw Wessel from the 30, throws it out left, and the ball is caught. That's R.J. Jackson, and he has another first down inside the 25 and down to the 19-yard line. So a pitch and catch of 11, and here comes Choctaw with under a minute to go in the first half.
And this would be just a back-breaking possession here if Choctaw could get in the end zone. But, Choctaw's a quick strike, and obviously they're right there in scoring position again.
Juju Smith was in the backfield. He'll line up flanked right. Now it's Ray behind the quarterback, Steele Wassel. From the 19, Ray gets the handoff. Big hole, bounces right inside the 10. And Ray is down to the 4-yard line.
I think that was number 6 that time, actually.
Okay, it was Juju Smith who did stay in there. I thought they had flanked him out to the right.
They look so much alike. I think it looks like Ray may be hurt. He's over on the sideline holding his arm.
You're right. First down and goal to go. 15-yard run for Juju Smith, the freshman.
Big score.
Hand off to Smith again, and he's in for the touchdown. Is he? One official had his hands up. Choctaw saying he broke the plane.
They're calling him short.
They are calling him down just outside the goal line. There was one official that looked to me on the near side, had his hands up. Maybe he didn't. It's going to bring up second down and less than a yard with 22 seconds to play here in the first half.
Why is the clock stopped?
That's a good question. And now Choctaw is going to go ahead and use a timeout.
The timeout, Booker T.
Was it Booker T? Seconds to play here in the first half. We'll keep it right here, 8-7.
Timeout on the field in Choctaw will bring you right back as soon as they're back from their timeout. Let's take you to El Reno at Noble in the meantime.
I don't hope they didn't take him lightly, because after what happened last year to us.
Ball's on the ground. Colin Fisher gets down on his knee.
That should have been a flag.
Yep. Yeah, it's just kind of
boom, boom play.
It's a boom, boom play.
Yeah.
And, they usually, though, the whistle, I'm actually kind of surprised with as soft as our world is these days. They didn't call that, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Unsportsmanlike.
Yeah.
You touched another
He
player.
just went down, and,
Yeah.
the kid was just flying upfield, so you can't really blame him for playing hard.
Yeah. No harm, no foul.
Yeah,
There you
exactly.
go.
So just back here.
Colin Fisher looks to throw to the right. He's got somebody open. And it is
Intercepted.
intercepted by number 23. Caught it right over his shoulder, and he's down at the 2-yard line. So turnover on downs, and that'd be El Reno Indians ball on the turn.
Interception there for El Reno. So let's take you back to the game of the week with the Choctaw Yellow Jackets on the 1-yard line.
Juju Smith, who already has 2 touchdowns in his prior 12 carries, is in the backfield. They'll toss it wide left. Smith trying to get to the corner, and he did not get there. Boy, he was hit hard by a host of Hornets, and Choctaw now will have to spend a timeout with 12.7 seconds to go in the first half.
Yeah, and that time, too, speed on speed, and, man, that was the first time I really felt like Booker T pursued with the same
Another
level.
timeout on the field with a great defensive stand here by Booker T. Let's take you to Cashin, where the Wildcats are driving right before half.
Let's out of bounds and stop that clock. You still got 30 seconds left, and I think we have 2 timeouts left, 1 timeout left in this first half to get 29 yards.
The Bobby to the right, 2x2 for the Wildcats. Harmon in shotgun. Almost draws another offsides. Back to pass. Harmon looking deep. He's got across the middle. Lagas to the 55. Touchdown, Cashin Wildcats. Landon Lagas, 28-yard touchdown. Put another 6 on the board.
Yeah, right there. Good job by Ben just to let that play come alive.
And guess who? Landon Lagas with his 3rd touchdown of the night. We'll take you back to the game of the week, Choctaw on the 1-yard line.
So it is actually a loss of a yard and a half, and it's 3rd down and goal to go from the 2. With 12 seconds to play, Choctaw can stop it 1 time. Booker T cannot.
False start.
And a false start. And this is just sickening for Jake Corbin and his offensive staff to watch. So it's 3rd and goal to go from the 7 when the ball was nearly nestled up against the goal line. People forget that Skordle was actually not started as a streaming service. It was a source to get scores from around the state.
Yeah. Obviously that was the platform we provided, but over time, we have some great relationships with coaches and administrators across the state, and they were asking for streaming, and we provided, and here we are.
3rd and goal to go. Yellow Jackets at the Hornets 7. They send a man in motion. They fake the
got him.
toss sweep. Wessel throws, and it is incomplete. Broken up in the back of the end zone, and now it's 4th down and 7. And I'm certain that Coach Corbin and company will keep the offense out there on the field. There is a Hornet down on all 4s in the end zone. It would appear to be Jaden King, the 5'11", 161-pound senior at corner.
I think he got his bell rung. It looked like two of the players collided into each other, and more than anything, I think he just needs to catch his breath is what he needs to do.
Entering this contest, Wessel, Brown for Choctaw, and Gentry Williams were all listed among the top 25 players at the high school level by the Tulsa World. Cade McConnell was listed number 13 in the Daily Oklahoman's Super 30 prep list. So, again, there is talent all over the field. It's been on display tonight.
Injury on the field here in Choctaw with 7 seconds left before halftime. Let's take you to El Reno at Noble, where El Reno looks like they are punting to the Noble Bears.
Right just scoot up about 5 yards and you catch that. Oh, he's down right there.
Yeah,
so we're going to have tremendous field position.
Kind of right where we it was a little closer whenever he threw the interception, right?
Yes, we were a little bit closer than this. And that's kind of a terrible spot, by the way. He touched that about the 36, but
he hit his
that's
knee
okay.
or something, right? Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. Hey, did you hear about this Caleb Wagner?
Caleb Wagner.
Yeah, you guys got to listen to this. So he's a running back out of Florida, and he plays for a school named Baker, and he broke the single-game rushing record, 535 yards in one game, 6 touchdowns.
Jeez.
And it wasn't a blowout. It was like 49-42 is the score of the game.
535 yards. Wow, that's amazing.
He was so happy about it, and he'd been helping these 5th-grade kids. He said the coolest moment, listen to this, the coolest moment was at the end of it, and these 5th-grade kids were standing up, and they were all cheering for him. And these are kids that he helps out. And he said, being able to do that for youth and being a positive role model was such a cool thing. He said that was really cool right up until I got to the locker room, and I looked at my Instagram account, and I got an Instagram message from Derrick Henry that said, congratulations for breaking my record.
Oh, that's outstanding.
So before I finish the story, the kid's like so excited about it. Derrick Henry says, hey, I'm going to send you my shoes and my gloves so that you can have those. And so the kid's like freaking out. The only thing is the kid was born without a hand and an arm on his left-hand side. Yes, sir. You got to
watch.
watch.
On the field here in Noble. Let's go back to Cashin Watonga.
15 seconds. Jackson back to pass. Pressure's on. Aiden Williams in pressure. Going deep. Goodness gracious, we cannot allow that to happen.
What did I say?
And that'll be a touchdown with 5 seconds left. The Cashin Wildcats giving up the only play that would have been possible. And Chris Sanders, give credit to him, the sophomore. He had beaten the 2 defensive backs, Gilbert, and I don't know if that was Cooper Frazee.
Unfortunately, they were just a little outmatched there, I think, by Chris Sanders there. And a great throw by Joe Jackson on the run.
Get deep. I mean, it's not that hard. Get deep. Don't let anybody by you. Turn and run when you see him coming because all he can do is throw it up.
Oh, with that much time left on the clock, you knew that was what was coming.
And I didn't understand why we didn't have 3 or 4 back there anyways.
Yeah.
It's, whew.
Big touchdown there right before half for the Watonga Eagles. Let's take you back to El Reno at Noble. This is our only other action going on right now. The rest of our games are at halftime.
You got to give these kids credit. I'm not gonna lie. I miss the film I saw of them against Cash, and maybe I'm not giving Cash enough credit, but
it's going to be a first down.
Art. That kid came through way after Colin had delivered that ball. He's looking right at the white hat that was standing right beside him, and he said, "Man, that had to have been late." He got,
but tremendous. He stayed in there, made a nice throw to Brandon Harper over the middle, and was able to get that first down. So here we go. Maybe this will kind of get us back on track here a little bit, because that was a tough kind of a catch in some traffic. So good concentration there for Brandon Harper.
Ball thrown over the right. Trevor
good block.
Catches the ball. Great block.
Yeah, give number 17 some credit there, man. He's
just disruptive.
Yeah, that Kobe Knoll, he kind of blew through Lucas Conley there on that block and was able to trip Wardrop up. But he still get a 5-yard gain, though.
Yeah.
So there we go, kind of keep moving the chain or, picking up big gains on those first downs.
You get that first and second one in your belly, and you got the ball. You know your momentum, your confidence, everything starts to pick up.
I noticed that time Ward watched the ball all the way into his hands.
He didn't even move until the ball
was
in.
That's what we got to have. Just concentrate on that. And
nice handoff up the middle. He is wrapped up right away. I thought that hole was there for a second.
Yeah, just nothing there, guys. That's they kind of slammed that door right away, and we're not just. These kids, they're getting a really good push right up front, and we got number 76. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, the 76. Bronson Barnett's coming in, sophomore, 6'2", big kid, 285 pounds.
Okay, good. So now, his debut was against Midwest City, and it's just interesting because those Midwest City kids, man, were quite a bit bigger than these kids. Maybe the quicker they are, the little. Oh boy!
Oh, that snap went back right through his legs, and they got somebody on him.
Snap
right
was
away.
low.
Oh, just tripped Brandon Harper, who picked it up, and I thought he was going to be able to escape out of there, but he didn't, and that brings up 4th down.
So
this brings up 4th down. There
so we're going to have to punt this back to them. Now the clock is moving here. We might as well just let this burn down. But man, this has been, sloppy first half. I mean, that's the only way you can put this thing. We haven't caught the ball. We've had penalties. We've had some bad snaps. I mean, just haven't caught the football at all. So, man, we have got to figure some things out at halftime, guys.
Logan Kirby.
Just let that, there you go. Just let that burn down a little bit. There's no rush on this.
Yep, there's 8 seconds left on the play clock, 59 seconds.
They're probably going to call a timeout here. Well, maybe not. Here we go. Yeah, they're going to call a timeout.
Okay.
I think they will.
Yep.
Yeah, oh, no, we're just going to take
the delay game and back it up 5 more yards. All right.
That's okay. They have taken a timeout. I mean, we can't take them to the second half, can we?
Yeah, no, they don't let you do that.
Don't let you do that.
Yeah, they don't let you take them home with you either.
So here we go. Just there's good. Oh boy.
Logan Kirby picks it up off the ground, kicks it, bounces over to the right. Looks like it's at about the 29-yard line and then down.
Okay. Well, let's see if we can just get this to halftime and then regroup, guys, because we, from that first drive when the interception for Domini, and then we go score. You're thinking, okay, this is kind of what we've been doing this whole season, but man, it has been nothing but that. So let's go ahead and get some scoring updates while we're doing a.
Give me some good news about that Ardmore Southeast.
Yeah, okay. Now it's 35-12 now. Ardmore, they've kind of jumped out a little bit. Lawton Mac 22, Duncan 0. That is at halftime. McAllister is 6. Bishop Kelly is 0. So that's a good game there. And then Guthrie's beating Piedmont 21-7.
I know that Guthrie team's got I just thought they've had a pretty good team. So they're all over Piedmont right now.
Yeah, here we go. We're going to try to. Look at the wheel route. Oh.
And they kick it out to number 34.
Good job there, Caden Domini. Devereaux just rolls to he fakes the give, and he rolls to his right and finds Devereaux. That's a pretty nice pass there for Park.
24 seconds left in the first half. El Reno Indians look like they're going to try to get off one more play before the half.
Okay. I mean, gosh, you just got to think they're going to just either swing it or just try to go. There he comes, rolls to his right. Stay. Oh, that's not about the intended target, 23, I believe.
Trevor Wardrop was on the coverage to number 23 on the outside. 23 for the Indians. It was Deacon Martin.
Deacon Martin, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Deacon Martin. And then, so that brings up a 3rd and 3 with 7 seconds left on the clock.
Okay, so this. Now we got a timeout, Bears. Okay, so we're going to kind of get a breather here a little bit. But man, I don't know what's going on, guys.
Got a lot to talk about at halftime.
A lot to talk about, and I can't even talk. A lot to talk about is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Man, it's just been tough, man. Just uncharacteristic drops. Some of the Caden Reed has been money all year. Just some weird things that are happening. Colin just kind of.
Well, welcome back into the Skordle studio at Orthodontist exclusively in Norman. Some great games going on so far. We have Cashion and Washington both up big in their games, but the other 6 are all within 14 points. So El Reno and Noble, that game is about to go to halftime. Noble leads that 7-0. Pond Creek currently trailing by 14 to Garber 28-14. OCA and Hinton, a 4-point game at halftime. Booker T and Choctaw 8-7. Choctaw leads that one. and then Prague at Millwood. Prague leading that 16-8. We have El Reno Noble about to go to halftime. We have Washington at Purcell coming back from halftime. Also Guthrie at Piedmont. So let's go ahead and get back into the action. Guthrie Blue Jays at Piedmont with Guthrie leading it by 14, 21-7.
Size, they've got speed, and they know at this point that they can get to the quarterback and they can shut down the middle of that field.
Yeah, and they're almost to that point where they're going to put 7, 8 guys in the center of the box right there and basically go, we're going to get you before you can even think about throwing the ball, which they did 3 times. 3 times Mars dropped back to pass. He got hit on a blind side, and 2 of them were just he didn't even have a chance to do a 3-step drop. Every step he went back, they took 2 steps and were able to get a tackle in.
So
that's
here
not very well.
we go. That is Calvert again, your sophomore starting quarterback for Guthrie. Twins to his right with a single down low, and the handoff is to Hammonds on the right side, who's been eating them up, but on this play was able to get a minimal gain for, let's call it, a yard.
Yeah, so the fresh legs and fresh bodies in there for Piedmont being able to stop that run. So that was a good stop there on first down, kind of setting the tone for the second half.
Gave him 2 yards on the play. Calvert shotgun again. Twins to his right, single down low. And he's seeing if he can catch Piedmont sleeping, see if they can get them a little anxious to start the half. But now comes to the line, gets the play, and here we go. Man in motion is put in, and that is number 3, who's had a bunch of big plays. Great open field tackle that time. That is number 15, your safety, your senior, Cole Riggs, on that great open field tackle. Flag on the play in the vicinity of holding. Let's see what it is.
Yeah, it looked like it was probably holding there on the backside. That hole got probably a little bit bigger than it probably should have been. So, yeah, that's going to bring them back a little bit. But going back to that tackle, that was a great open field tackle on a guy that's been kind of killing them on. But that's
another game just starting back from half. Pond Creek at Garber. It looks like the Garber Wolverines on offense.
And the flag on the play. False start by the Wolverines. That's what, 4 times we jumped off sides?
Yeah, we
like
haven't
that?
done that a whole lot. Is there something they're not liking with our formation?
It seems like when we go in motion, it's kind of,
Yeah.
But I was watching the line that time. I didn't see too much, but.
Just full disclosure, you got a couple basketball coaches up here, and so we're not sure why. Didn't really see anybody jump.
Handoff to Ty Chester as he finds a little bit of room for a 7-yard gain. .22 with the tackle, Gibson. He's been in a lot of tackles for the Panthers tonight. Howard in the gun again. David Nagel wide right. Tight formation. There's the throw, and man, they're back there in a hurry. Number 11, Josh Foster, gets to him quickly. That ended the first half.
Yeah.
They got in the backfield quite a bit.
Brett's left shoulder's hurting him.
Yeah.
That was a nasty tackle. And don't want to let your quarterback get hit like that very many times.
Yeah, that's probably 3 or 4 times he's been on pass plays, gotten pressured. Checks the play, looks to the sideline, looks to the left towards his weapons along the left side. David Nail, Solomon Bishop, Ty Chester left side. They're bringing a blitz, and it looks like 50 was offsides right there.
Yeah, and he tried to tee off on Ty Chester. Really not a clean play.
Yeah, William David tried to get an early start. So we'll get 5 yards right there, make this 3rd and 13, 3rd and 8. So a little more manageable for the Wolverines. 50 kind of hands on his knees. He's the one that laid that hit.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you pick a fight with a brick wall.
Howery loading the gun.
I like that matchup with Ty.
Oh, got him? Yeah, looks like he got the nose guard to jump off sides.
There we go.
So after the false start, back-to-back offsides against the Panthers. Makes this, was 3rd and 13, now 3rd and 8, now 3rd and 3. Back-to-back penalties bring a 3rd and 3. So now Ty Chester joins Howery in the gun. Solomon Bishop in motion going to the right side as the receiver. sidelines now. There's a snap, handoff to Ty Chester. He's got a little bit of, gets swooped up there.
Yeah, I think he's going to, that's a bad spot. He got to the 45. I sure felt like.
I thought so too. 4th and 1, though, inches.
Yeah.
Bring in Blazers with a little more of a tight formation when he comes in the game.
He did get pushed back real quick, but he definitely got there, I thought. We'll just go ahead and get it here.
4th and short on the first possession. Tries to get him with the hard count, looks to the sideline, gets the play call, checks the band. Ty Chester to his left side. Blazer in a little wingback type look, and looks like Coach Hughes will call a timeout. Pretty big play to start.
Timeout on the field in Garber. We'll bring you back to Garber in just a couple of minutes. Let's go to Washington at Purcell. This game is back from halftime, and the Washington Warriors on offense and driving.
They send Lane in motion. Comes back this way. They hand it off to Cade Norman. It looked like he might have got a face mask, but don't see a flag. 2-yard gain makes 2nd and 8. Warriors getting the call in from the sideline.
Kind of get out of that tempo, TJ. Just kind of taking their time, setting some plays in from the sidelines, and we'll see if Washington. They've been kind of back and forth on that. When they've been successful, they've kind of went to that tempo. So we'll see if they have a big play if they go back to it.
Cantrell rolls to the left, and the ball is batted down again. Pressure by number 13, Jose Ochoa, coming off the edge. Cantrell never had a chance on that play. Bring up 3rd and 8. Ball's at the 42. Now they're going tempo, trying to draw the Dragons off sides. To no avail. Cantrell takes a snap, looking left.
Good ball.
Has Cage Morris on the in route. He's got room to run, and Lane still threatens to block the safety, so the safety gives up. But Cage Morris finishes off the play. A 43-yard touchdown reception by sophomore Cage Morris from Major Cantrell.
Great play call right there. Been keying in on Kobe and Luke all night, and Lane, and like you said, just had him over the middle right there and was just wide open, TJ.
Washington Warriors extend their lead on their first possession of the second half. Let's take you back to Garber, where the Wolverines are driving on Concrete.
Hughes puts Ty Chester out at the receiver position to get the first down.
Love that call by Coach Hughes.
Yes, great call. So drops back pass, scooping that across the middle, makes the catch for the first down.
You know, that play has been there all year.
Yeah.
And, you know, obviously Coach Kerr knows what he's doing. Something I noticed tonight is there's somebody waiting on Carson Skubnik as he turns up the field.
Yeah, that's been one of those plays. It seems like we've gotten 20, 25 yards, and tonight it's still there, but it's 10 yards, 12 yards. So 1st and 10 from the Panthers 40. Pitch to Ty. He grabs it with his left hand, one-handed. Got number 3 on the backside, and he breaks to the sideline, and he has scored for a 40-yard touchdown, but there is a flag, and it looks like it's going to be a hold.
Sure was really late. It was just late. You know, Ty was
to the outside.
Ty was
hurry.
gone when he threw the flag. And that's what you could tell the coaches are frustrated. Just sometimes it may be the right call, but timing sometimes makes it look.
Did it affect the play? That's sometimes
right.
Man, so after the explosive 40-yard touchdown run by Ty Chester, holding negates it, and it'll be 1st and about 20, first little under 20.
And if I know Ty, he's mainly disappointed about that wasted steps.
Yeah.
That wasted sprint.
So, yeah, Ty takes a short break. Carson Bishop comes in at the tailback position. Looks through the slant route. In and out of the hands of Solomon Bishop. So 2nd and 17 now after the incompletion. Try to pick up some of it, get some of it back, make it 3rd and manageable. Checking the play cards. Weidland gets on the ball. Howie looks to his left side, looks out to his right, looks back to the sideline. Gets it down, ready to go. There's a snap. Looks at David Nagel. Oh, little confusion on the play. David Nagel was on a stop-and-go route, and Howie thought it was just going to be a straight curl.
He didn't have time for the go part of it for sure. I think it's 68. Had great penetration right up the middle of our offensive line.
Chase Elson.
Okay, let's take you to Guthrie at Piedmont. It looks like the Blue Jays are in the pay dirt to try to extend their lead.
Here we go. Twins to his left, Colvert, as he hands off to Hammonds, looking on the right side, picking his way, finding the hole, brought down a little awkwardly inside the 5-yard line to the, looks like he'll be marked at the 3. Going to be 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line, and we're playing tempo. Twins to his left, Colvert again. Handoff is to Hammonds, who's stood up there. Flag on the play. That might look like it's in the vicinity of holding as well, so let's see what the call is.
Yeah, this tempo offense is really putting Piedmont kind of falling back on their heels there. They're actually not, attacking. They're just trying to appease. So I think it looked like holding there on Guthrie again. So.
And if you look, Hammonds has a little bit of hitch in his giddy up there, man. I mean, he's favoring, looks like his right leg just a little bit after he is brought down awkwardly there at the 3-yard line.
That was 2 plays ago whenever he kind of got pulled and got twisted up and legs went one way, body went one way, and then the defender was sitting between them.
All right, so we need goal to go from the 14. So here we go. Calvert is a screen pass to I'm sorry, that's not Hammonds. Breaks the tackle, hurdles over. That should be a flag. It is not.
No flag on that one.
Yeah, interesting on that. You're not allowed to hurdle in Oklahoma high school football at the 3-yard line. And so that is where he is brought down to bring up third and goal at the 3. And I would not be surprised if we're in 4-down territory for Guthrie.
Yeah, that's one of those things. This for Guthrie, this could be just a dagger and for the win on this one.
Twins to the right, Hammonds in the backfield, and Calvert does keep it looking on the right side, and he does sneak his way into the end zone for a touchdown. And like we were saying, that is the gut punch all set up by the fumble on the previous Piedmont possession, and that just rubs a little bit more salt into that wound.
Blue Jays with a big touchdown drive to extend their lead. Let's take you to Hinton, where the Comets are on offense against OCA, trailing by 4.
He's met midway in the air. It's going to be 4th and 3. We're going to go ahead and punt. Ralston will be back to punt. Trying to pin the Eagles inside the 20. And there's another flag on the play. And it's going to be offsides on the Eagles. Another lucky break for the Comets. That'll be a first down. Under 5 minutes remaining, third quarter. And the offense comes back onto the field. Looking to punch this ball in. Be a pistol set. 2 wide receivers towards the far sideline. Hand off to Jake Wright. Gains 1 on the play. Comets continue to wait patiently for their call. 4 minutes remaining. Third quarter. Jake Wright lined up alongside Levi Taylor. Levi Taylor looks right, throws left. It's dropped by Roderick Sowers. Levi Taylor may have led him to his back shoulder. Kind of an uncomfortable catch. Short curl route for Sowers. He would have had to make a move after that play. 3rd down and 9. When the Comets' 38-yard line. 2 wide receivers to the near sideline. Pistol set. Check that shotgun set. Jake Wright is going to go behind the right side of the line. Fakes a handoff to Tyler Strong. Throws a pass. Roderick Sowers goes up, tries to catch it. And he's knocked down by Keyshawn Prince.
4th down there for the Hinton Comets as they're going to punt it away. Let's take you to Washington Purcell. The Warriors driving up 35-7.
Cole Scott hadn't busted one of them long ones yet. We'll see if he's able to get one soon. Hard count. Makes the Warriors jump off sides, and they still try to stay set. Reset. So maybe
it's not like defense. You can't go across and come back.
The rest of the linemen stayed set, so like the guy that jumped off sides decided to go back in formation. A 5-yard penalty and bring up 1st and 15. This is an interesting formation here, Kyle. They have Kobe and Luke lined up in the same side of the field. That makes it hard for teams to double team Luke. See if they go after Luke. They got Lane on this
also slip
screen. Yeah. Nice pitch and catch for about 20 yards on the play.
Well, like you said, a little bit different look. Slid Lane in there in the slot and was able to get him right into that second level. Major threw a good ball, right on the money, and was able to pick up the 1st down.
Ball is at the 23-yard line of Purcell. Cantrell sends Kobe Scott in motion, hands it off to Cole Scott up the middle. Number 7, Creed Smith, goes for a ride for a little bit before Scott falls down, or gets tackled, 5-yard gain. Bring up 2nd, okay, 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6. Tempo by the Warriors. Cole Scott makes him miss.
Got a flag, though.
That nice run will be negated.
Always get a quick call when it comes out of the white hat.
Yes, sir.
Handoff Ty Chester on 3rd and 14. He gets the edge, and he tries to get to the 1st down, pretty close to the 1st down line. See where the spot is. Looks like it may be a yard short.
Really a high tackle. You wouldn't think that as big as Ty is, people would try to do that. But they were flirting with a face mask or a horse collar there.
Yeah, it was pretty close, especially along the sideline. So actually 4th and 2. Get him on the hard count for the Wolverine 1st down. Good job. Great discipline by Garber there.
Yeah, that's impressive, especially to get Coach Kerr, Coach Team to do that many times. is a good accomplishment by the hard count and the offensive line. Good job by the Wolverines.
So after the penalty, bring a 1st and 10 for the Wolverines as we enter the red zone. Howery's in the gun. Ty Chester to his right. Looks like a little option. Pitches it to him. Has a little hole. Gets about 10 to 12 yards, but a flag behind the play. See what we got here. Holding again called on the Wolverines. So back it up.
Well,
that's the 2nd time Ty's kind of gotten to the edge, and holding will bring it back.
I know that's not going to sit well with Ty.
He goes to the sideline to get a breather. So now 1st and 20 for about the 26-yard line. Howery's in the gun. Carson Bishop's to his left. Twins left. One out wide right. Mark Bishop. Mark Bishop's in motion. There's a snap. Bobbles a snap. Get on it. Oh.
All right, maintain possession there.
Howard jumps on top of it. So the Wolverines are able to regain possession, but kind of a little bit of a bobble there. Looked like maybe in a jet sweep type action with Mark Bishop and just didn't get the snap. second and long, a little over 20 yards. So now we're outside the 30-yard line. Twins left, David Nagel out wide left, Solomon Bishop in the slot. Skubanek is the tight end on the right side. There's a snap, looking to throw. Golly, just holding. There we go. I was about to say, good ball. Oh, bounces off his hands. It looks like, I would guess there's a holding over here on 23 as Skubanek was trying to get into a little
good
out
eyes
route.
there, Coach. Yeah, I was watching that left side of the field, or the east side of the field, and that happened here on the west side.
He was.
Well, it's good to know that Mr. Unruh's flag goes against Pond Creek too. Just kidding. I'm friends with him.
So after the hold, we'll get closer back to the red zone. Bring up a 2nd and 12. Well, maybe about 13. So Howry's alone in the gun. Carson Bishop in the slot. Solomon Bishop wide left. David Nagel wide right. Howery on the snap, looks to the right side for David Nagel, throws it up, and did he get a foot down? That's a great catch. 1 foot in, Nick Howe. Yes, sir. Great catch by David Nagel, getting the foot down with a little toe tap for the Wolverine touchdown. Yep. And down the
touchdown there for Garber. Let's take you to Booker T at Choctaw, the game of the week, back from halftime.
47 yards on the run, the longest play from scrimmage tonight for either side. 11:45 to play in the third. Boone takes to the air, going deep. He's got a receiver. Tease, touchdown. Lathan Boone laid that one perfectly into the arms of a wide-open Micah Tease, and he hauls it in for his 4th receiving touchdown in this many games.
Yeah, just a big, big answer and a big way to start the second half for Booker T, because it seemed as if, though, they just had nothing really going for them in the first half, and what a great way to start the second half.
Tease came in averaging almost 25.5 yards per reception. He did better on that. 33.
Big touchdown there for Micah Tease, the OU commit. Let's show you a replay of the big play that got Booker T
having been
across midfield,
disqualified from the game from personal foul penalties.
The motion of man to the near side, DJ McKinney. Now they toss it to him, and he's got running room. McKinney down the numbers to the 40, to the 45, to midfield. McKinney, with one man to beat, is finally drug out of bounds by A.J. Lynch, the sophomore free safety. And if he gets by Lynch, he's taking that thing 80 yards.
Well, and that's a situation.
2 big plays there by the Booker T offense to take the lead shortly after halftime. Let's take you back to Purcell, where the Washington Warriors lead it big.
World-renowned volleyball player for the Warriors. Staying volleyball at the Goldsby Church. I don't know what that punt was. They might have been better going for it. Let's see where they get it. Yeah, it's right at the line of scrimmage, so they didn't.
Well, in the golf world, we call it a shank.
We'll bring you back to Purcell, but for now, let's go to Piedmont, where Piedmont is in the pay dirt against the Guthrie Blue Jays.
And you got to feel like they're going for it. Cannot run the clock out, so we're going to get one more play in this quarter.
I was just about to say the difference between game clock and the play clock is about 7 seconds at the moment. So,
and Mars lowers his head, and he might have gotten there. Definitely got the first down. Did he get the touchdown? No call yet. They're still sorting it out. Touchdown, Piedmont!
Wildcat touchdown.
All right.
Mars with that quarterback sneak straight up the middle, just got behind his big 5 up front and said, hey, we're going in the end zone. I want it. And he called his own number, was able to put nose down and go all the way down, get a Wildcat touchdown.
New breath of life for this Piedmont sideline.
As they narrow the Blue Jays lead there in Piedmont. Let's take you to Millwood, where Prague is leading 22-6 with the football.
Scoreboard has his 4th down. Also, the clock is still running. 3rd down and 3 for the Red Devils after some serious confusion. Davis in the pistol. I think what's
down for the Red Devils.
Now he's going up under center. Now it's 4th down.
Red Devils need 3. Big play here.
All off to the left. He gets the 1st down and more.
Yeah.
Still running. Still rumbling. whether that was third down or fourth down, that's a first down.
Yeah,
So Aiden Ald off to the right side, gets to about the 34-yard line of the Falcon 34-yard line.
It's been solved. There we go.
After all that, Red Devils first down and 10.
Yeah, he got plenty there to cover.
Still don't really know what happened there. Doesn't really matter now. Davis set to take the snap. Under center. First down and 10 for the Red Devils. 4:23 left to go here in this third quarter. Davis, he takes the snap, hands off to McGinnis. McGinnis to the right side has a hole. Up the field, he rumbles for about 7 or 8.
6 or 7, yeah. It's plenty.
Again, those inside runs have really been the bread and butter for the Red Devils tonight.
We've said McGinnis quite a few times.
We have. It's going to bring up second down and about 4 for the Red Devils. 3:50 left to go here in this third quarter. Red Devils up 22-6 on the Millwood Falcons. Davis, takes the snap. He keeps it himself. He's running, not going to get much. Maybe a yard there on the keeper.
2.
Yard there on the keeper is going to bring up about third down and 3.
We'll be back to Millwood in just a second. Let's take you to OCA at Hinton. The Comets trailing by 4 with the ball in the pay dirt.
And at the end of the third quarter, the Comets trail 18-14, a scoreless third quarter.
Timeout on the field there in Hinton as they go to the fourth quarter. Let's take you to the game of the week in Choctaw.
Off to Ray, cut down after 3 to the 39-yard line. Tiger was there, Oates was there to lead a host of Washington defenders.
You know, and really Choctaw, anytime they run that inside zone play, they're getting 3 and 4 yards at a clip. It's almost like you want to keep running it to see if they can stop it.
45 seconds already gone here in the third quarter. Already a touchdown on the board. They threw it out in the left flat for Lamarian Curry, and he dropped it. Curry, again, did not play here last year as a transfer from Carl Albert. He has not been the focal point, at least in terms of targets and receptions coming in. He still does not have a catch on the year. Halfway through the fourth game of the season. 3rd down and 7 upcoming.
It looked like Wassel will kind of mishandle his snap there again, too.
There's been some problems both ways with snaps tonight.
Ball came out kind of weird out of his hand.
3rd down and 7 to the 39-yard line. Booker T.
We'll be back to the game of the week in just 1 second. Let's take you to Cashin with the Wildcats on offense. First possession out of halftime.
Cats play
this
calling.
one will be
Another
a
one
screen
back
to
to
Mason.
Mason.
Great block by Vandroff. He'll cut back inside the 30. Makes another move to the 25, 20, 15. Head-on collision. And that will be a first down for Cash and Wildcats as Mason Manning takes it all the way down to 12. And we have a penalty flag all the way on the opposite side of the field.
Wow.
Duck Dynasty, our man over there.
Completely away from the play.
So I'm not sure. We hear some calls from the fans regarding targeting. I agree 100% regarding that.
But that
it should
would've
be
been
defensive holding, if anything, if that's way out there. Sideline warning by the Watonga Eagles.
Sideline warning to call against Watonga.
That's usually something that we get a flag for in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's usually something our coaches are really good at getting
I'm shocked.
sideline
The over-under
flags
on that
for.
one would have been cashing for sure.
Love Coach Wood to death, but Coach Wood has a tendency to every time he yells an order out, he takes about 2 more steps to the middle of the field.
Hey, you know that play that we just saw where they slipped Mason Manning out that kind of had Ben like he was going to run? Tishner showed me that exact play. I think the Cowboys ran it the other day. And yeah, so Tishner wants the credit for that.
Hartman back to pass, looking for the drag to Vandroff. Legas across the middle. Does he fall
Touchdown.
in? He does! Touchdown! Cashin Wildcats. 12-yard hook up on the drag across the middle.
Another touchdown for Landon Legas. I think that's his 4th on the evening. Let's take you back to El Reno at Noble with the Noble Bears in the pay dirt.
Yeah, but he did not.
I did too.
Yeah,
That's why
James. Yeah.
I called it. You said, I said, well, he's down at the 20. Well, no, he's still going. Because I heard the whistle.
So good deal inside the 10. So here we go. 1st and goal now. And 2 plays inside the red zone. So that's a nice start to this second half. Yeah, I mean, you got to think it's just going to be a give here. It's to Thomas, don't you think?
Yeah.
Got a little confusion there with Domini.
Here goes Brandon Harper in motion. Fake handoff. Goes ahead and throws it to Trevor Wardrip. Finds a hole
And
over on the left-hand
he's in
side.
there.
He gets across, and he throws his
Stretched
hands
it
up
out.
in there. That's a touchdown, Noble Bears.
Okay, very good. So we had, we had Trevor Wardrop got in the slot, and we just kind of
More
flip
like
it out
the
to
Bears
him.
there.
And he went and picked up that 6. So nice start to this. 3 plays were in the end zone. That's kind of what we've been looking for.
Another touchdown there for the Noble Bears as they extend their lead 13-0 with the extra point pending. Let's take you back to Millwood, where the Prague Red Devils are in the pay dirt.
Holsapple, I believe, again. He does take the snap. It's a handoff to Ald to the right side. Ald gets a couple of yards. There's a flag down. A flag thrown here by this closest official towards us. Let's check to see what this is.
We'll be back to Millwood in just 1 second. Let's take you to Hinton, where the Comets are on defense. Oklahoma Christian Academy with the ball on their own 3-yard line.
On the front, get a safety right here. That would help out a ton. No big plays. Shotgun set. Handoff, Prince Jr., and he's dropped in the backfield. And that is a safety! Immediately dropped for a safety.
Big play there on defense for the Hinton Comets as they still trail 18-16 to OCA. Let's go back to the game of the weekend, Choctaw, with the Yellow Jackets driving.
Littell Ray remains in the backfield. 4 receivers to the near side. Ray gets the handoff straight ahead, and he is spun down inside the 25 near the 23-yard line. Tyker last up off the pile for Booker T. Washington's defense. So Choctaw just outside the red zone at the 23-yard line. 2nd down and 7. Under 9 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. 4 receivers, 3 wide left. Hand off to Ray again. Gets out of contact. Is inside the 15. Has a first down to the 11-yard line. A dozen, and most of that was all Littell Ray.
Man, and he gets in there, and we can't see him from over here because he gets blocked in behind defenders and offensive players. The next thing, he kind of squirts out. It reminds me a little bit of Darren Sproles from Kansas State.
Now they're going to bring the power back in. C.J. Smith as Ray will trot to the near side after a 12-yard carry to the 11. Sets up 1st down and 10. Deep in the red zone of Booker T. Washington with 8:20 to play here in the 3rd quarter. 14-8, but Choctaw threatening the Booker T. lead. Out of the gun, they hand it off to Smith. Big hole up the middle. C.J. Smith inside the 5 is down inside the 1-yard line. It'll be 1st down and goal to go. McCaffrey, Robinson, and Butler just blew a huge hole in the front of the Hornet defense.
And that inside run game is where it's at right now for Choctaw.
Look for Smith right here. Wessel gets the snap, hands it to C.J. Touchdown. Choctaw as he walks in. C.J. Smith with his first rushing touchdown of the night. He's ran in a 2-point conversion.
Another big running back, big, tall, lanky running back.
The senior reaches pay dirt for the 2nd time this year. And now they're going to line up for one with Tommy Yowsey. Booker T nearly jumped. Snap is high. They pull it down, and Yowsey's kick is good. So it's a 15-14 lead for Choctaw. 8:05 to go in the 3rd quarter on the Danny Geist High Plains Insurance Skordle Game of the Week.
Choctaw back on top of 15-14 in that matchup in the Game of the Week. Let's take you back to Cashion, where the Watonga Eagles are in the pay dirt.
Ball, let's run some clock, and we see a little bit of success. Try to get just a drive together that gets in the end zone, and maybe from there, then you start trying to really do some quick strikes. But they just want to see some success and get into the end zone against this Wildcat defense right now.
Yeah, agreed, Chris. And they've gotten behind our DBs, so it's going to be there.
Just watch out for double moves and stuff like that, because we saw that a couple times where that's when they had their success.
Jackson with the keeper looking for the hole. Patient run. He's going to be stopped short of the line. It'll be 4th down and about 1 here. So good tackle there, good stop there. Looks like we had Jackson
Let's
Vandruff.
take you quickly to OCA at Hinton. Hinton Comets trailing by 2 with the ball.
That'll be a 1st down for the Comets. lot of penalties in this game. 5-yard penalty. It'll be inside the 35-yard line of the Eagles. Comets driving. You'll take what you can get. New set of downs. 1st and 10, 9:16 remaining, fourth quarter. 18-16. Comets trail, pistol formation. And there's a fumble on the play. Miscue on the handoff.
Big play there by the OCA Eagles defense as they get the ball back up 2. Let's go to Piedmont, where the Guthrie Blue Jays are in the pay dirt.
The outside, and Eaton finds the corner where he scores the touchdown. And if there was, there's a flag on the play that might be in the vicinity of holding. So hold on there, and that's exactly what it is. Holding on the offense, so Piedmont defense gets bailed out a little bit.
Yeah, that little penalty flag on defense is one of the best defenders on Piedmont right here. But that was just a wide open hole to the left side of that jet sweep. But one thing Eaton did
and
on
Guthrie
that play
with the
that I
touchdown
watched
taken
was
off the board due to a holding call. Let's take you to Noble, where the Bears are back in the pay dirt.
Especially in traffic, he's going to have to really protect that thing. But great play, Brandon Harper.
Yeah, he juggled it a little bit and then pulled it back in.
Oh, did he? Oh, that might be offsides. That's on them, I believe, guys.
I would agree with you. I think that's on Indians.
Yeah, it looked like number 74, Alex Pardoma, kind of jumped off sides there a little bit.
That'll bring
Jenner looks like he's upset. I think they're going to call it on offense.
Oh, man, that was I don't know about that call, guys. Because it can go both ways. I mean, they can pull us off too.
Oh, a lot of times when they cross over that line, that's exactly what happens too. And
well, here we go. Just kind of.
All right, 1st and 15. Colin Fisher looks to throw to the right, throws it to Brandon Harper on the right-hand
no, that's
side.
Conley.
Oh, Luke Conley.
Good job. Now, see, Luke Conley protecting that football. He double fists it right at the point of contact and was able to catch that and corral it in. Nice game there on that first down play. Brought it to maybe about the 7-yard line. So that's outstanding field position here, guys, inside the 10.
Yep, 2nd and. He's wide open in the end zone. Goes
The ball just went a little
Caden
bit high
Domini's.
for Domini.
Yep, just a little bit high, but.
Wow, guys.
There's another opportunity right there.
Yeah, another opportunity there. And maybe he put a little bit too much juice on that, but man, that ball was there. It was there. So we just got to let those go and just got to refocus a little bit.
Well, I've told this story a couple of times, man. That kid's lefty, and he throws it hard. And so those receivers that are able to catch it, man, they're catching a good ball. It's spinning in opposite direction. He holds the ball. He's on the right-hand side. He said, I'm going to take it in for 6-0.
Very nice.
I don't have to pass it off to nobody. I can just rush this one right in. That brings a score.
That was tremendous.
Oh, that was absolutely tremendous.
And, I think Collins doing there, he's reading that defensive end. If that defensive end crashes, he will pull it out of the belly and then go outside the edge there. So, tremendous read there, Fisher, and putting it across the goal line for the 6.
That was good blocking in there,
Judge. Lead. Point after pending. Let's go to the game of the week where Booker T just punted to Choctaw.
So we'll read the flag. 6:20 to play, 3rd quarter. Booker T. Washington led briefly 14-8. It's now 15-14 in favor of Choctaw. The foul is against the Yellow Jackets, so that will back them up, and they'll still have good starting field position with Choctaw, but not from the Hornet into the field.
It just wouldn't be right if we didn't have a flag, right, Todd?
Bite your tongue. It's been pretty well played here in the second half.
I know, I said that. I about made that comment before, and then there was a flag thrown, so I'm really kind of a poor color man.
6:20 to play, 3rd quarter. Todd Miller, Adam Dieselhorst with you, the Skordle crew tonight from Choctaw. 6A2, District 2 opener for 2-1 Choctaw and 3-0 Booker T. Washington from Tulsa. After the infraction, the line of scrimmage at the 41-yard line. Littell Ray opens as the setback of this offensive package. Tied in right, bunch formation left. And they keep it to the ground with Ray. Ran up the back of the blocker, and down he goes. Got one to the 42-yard line. Pretty easy play for Solomon Thompson.
This game is still very, very chippy. You see on all the different blocks and every run play, there's a lot of mouthing and clapping going back and forth between these two teams.
Choctaw won a tight one last year in Tulsa against Booker T. First time they've ever beat the Hornets in football. 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line. Wessel now instructed his diminutive back, the junior Littell Ray, to line up to his right. They have a tight end that way as well. They'll give it again right to Littell Ray. Breaking a tackle with the 46. First down, pass midfield, and Littell Ray is down to the 44-yard line of Booker T. Washington. It was student body right with that lead blocker, and Littell Ray needed just a squirt to get through for a first down.
Very, very impressive running the ball.
Picks up 14, a quick 14 at a first down into Hornets territory at the 44. With 5:25 to play here in the third quarter, 15-14, Choctaw. Hornets came in as a slight favorite to win this ball game. Huge crowd, both from Choctaw and a good contingent from Northeastern Oklahoma on hand. Ray gets the handoff again. He's into the second level and finally tackled at the 37-yard line. He was into the second level of the defense before he was ever touched. The first defender was Walker, who got him to the turf.
Yeah, just very methodical. I like the approach by Choctaw. They see what they like. They're sticking with it. And a lot of stuff just right up the middle. They kind of stopped running to the edges.
6 yards on first down brings up 2nd down and 4 at the Booker T 38-yard line for Steele Wessel and company. Trying to extend a 15-14 lead. They led 8-7 at halftime. Wessel hands it again to Ray. Breaking tackles. He's into the secondary 30, 25, 20. Ray to the 15, and he's tackled from behind at the 12-yard line. And he just squirted free with a very small opening to the right side.
Yeah, and just like that, Choctaw runs into the pay dirt area and see if they can capitalize here.
25 yards, officially down to the 13, so a red zone opportunity for Choctaw. 4:15 to go here in the third quarter, trying to build on a 1-point lead are the Yellow Jackets.
Well, it's a pay dirt opportunity, Todd.
C.J. Smith is in the backfield. That's Ray that gets the handoff, and he's inside the 5 and all the way down to the 4-yard line. It was Juju Smith and not Ray or C.J. Smith back there. It'll bring up 2nd down and short.
And just, very patient, not getting fancy, just being very, like I keep saying, methodical, but that's what it is. And they found something they liked, and it's been really a lot in between the tackles.
Juju Smith picks up 9, 2nd and 1 from the 4 of Booker T. Washington. Smith out there at tailback. They hand it off to him, and he is cut down at the 1-yard line. Looked like for everything in the world he was going to go in, and now flags thrown to the end zone at the end of the play. Smith will set up first down and goal to go for Choctaw inside the 1-yard line. But, boy, when he hit the hole, I thought Juju was headed to the promised land. Yellow Jackets have to hope this penalty is not against them. If it's against Booker T, it's going to result in very little penalty yardage because already the ball is inside the 1. Here is the indication, dead ball, personal foul against the Hornets.
No.
So the ball might move half a yard and bring up 1st and goal to go. This is an impressive drive, 58 yards. They need their 59th. They have 4 cracks at it. They've yet to go to 3rd down of this drive. Trip 3s to play here with the third quarter. Choctaw threatening to extend their 15-14 advantage. Bunch formation to the near side. Single setback as C.J. Smith inside the 1. Smith gets the handoff, bangs his way in behind right guard. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. Boy, that offensive line for Choctaw, Adam, has done a really good job tonight.
Yeah, like we talked about it. I mean, they're sticking with their guns, and they like what they see with this inside run stuff, and that's really what they've stuck with here the last couple of possessions. And I really felt like in the first half that they were doing a good job of running up the middle, and I think they just saw something they liked at halftime, and obviously it's resulted in 2 drives and 2
Choctaw
touchdowns.
with another touchdown to extend their lead. Let's take you to El Reno Noble.
Third down here.
For the Noble Bears. We're going to show you the replay.
Park rolls to the right.
Oh, we got a pick. Looks like Brandon Harper with the ball at the 40, at the 30. He's got a host of Bears in front of him. They're taking it all the way into the end zone.
He throws his hands up. That's a touchdown, Noble Bear.
And we were all over that. Tremendous job, Lucas Conley, putting that pressure on him, forcing him into a bad throw. And Brandon Harper just played ball hawk right there, took it to the house. So great effort there.
Great pick six there for the Noble Bears as they are putting that game out of reach late in the third quarter. Let's take you to Garber, where Pond Creek is trailing 42-14.
Oh, wow. Great play by Solomon. You throw a jump ball in the area of Solomon, he's going to win it.
Yeah, that started with the defensive line getting pressure on him early. Couldn't probably get to his original read and try to just get rid of it on 3rd and long. And Solomon Bishop comes up with a pick, and he has green grass in front of him. We said it earlier. It's good for the Garber Wolverines. And our
missed a touchdown there, but the Wolverines are extending their lead. Let's take you to Millwood, where it looks like Prague is in the pay dirt.
You marked down at about the 2-yard line. That was Davis in on the tackle, Connor Davis, a host of Red Devils. First handoff that we've seen since the first drive of this game for Millwood. It's been passes ever since. Pretty incredible, actually, the fact that they've committed to the pass so much. 8:30 and counting. Red Devils up 30-6 here in this fourth quarter. Hunt, incomplete. He was back to pass. It's going to be incomplete. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 10. 3rd down and 10 for the Falcons. Red Devil defense has been great tonight, folks. If not for a excellent play by Hunt and Tyshawn Buford earlier, this would be a shutout, as Hunt is set to take the snap in the shotgun, play clock winding down. He takes the snap. It's another, he's going to keep it himself, and he's going nowhere. He is going nowhere. Maybe gain of 1 on the play. It's going to bring up 4th down and 9 from about the Millwood 4. Great defense here by the Red Devils on this drive. Couple of substitutions being made. 7:50 and counting, and there's
down for the Falcons.
Okay, we'll
bring you back to Millwood, but let's go to the game of the week. It looks like the Choctaw defense just got a huge turnover.
Choctaw will start at the Booker T. Washington 19-yard line after the fumble recovery with 3:11 to go here in the third quarter. Boy, for everything in the world, the Hornets had the momentum after scoring in 2 plays, 80 yards to start the second half after a defensive stand to end the first. Since then, the offense has taken over, and Kimes Gilbert, the offensive coordinator, is in a real rhythm right now. Handoff goes to Littell Ray up the middle and not much doing. He might get to the 17, then they're going to string him out and finally get him to the ground there. So it'll bring up 2nd down, and we're into 3 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Ton of penalties on this football Friday night in eastern Oklahoma County and one ejection. Tempers have been red hot all evening long between these two 6A2 District 2 rivals. 2-yard gain to the 17 brings up 2nd down and 8. Steele Wessel has really managed this game well. From quarterback here in the second half, C.J. Smith is lined up wing right. They'll hand it that way for Ray. Ray is able to lean inside the 16 and get to the 15, and now another late flag comes into the end of the play. This thrown all the way back at the 5-yard line in front of the play.
We bragged about how clean this half has been, and it seems to just getting chippy again, and looks like this time it'll be against Choctaw.
Personal foul against the Yellow Jackets. Man, oh man, will that not please Jake Corbin. You had 3rd down, a manageable deficit of about 7 inside the red zone of the 17. They'll back it up now 15 yards. And the line of scrimmage will be at the 30. They'll get 2nd down over, but it will be 2nd and 21 at the 30-yard line. So back outside the red zone go the Yellow Jackets. 3 receivers to the near side. Jack Smith, who has been one of the favorite targets of the passing game tonight for Steele Wessel, is one of two receivers split wide right. The ball is square in the middle of the field, as you can see, from the Booker T. Washington 30-yard line. They were showing the sign again. The official started to point.
We'll be right back to Choctaw. Let's take you to Piedmont. And as you can see, these two teams are shaking hands. The game is over. Guthrie Blue Jays with a big win in Piedmont, 35-14. Let's take you back to the game of the week.
20, but the pass sailed high, incomplete. In the vicinity was Kuron Ross, the sophomore linebacker.
Yeah, we were notified at halftime that Jackson, I've been told, is a heck of a baseball player and a heck of a baseball prospect.
They have good baseball here at Choctaw.
He's a good football player, too, I'm telling you.
Yeah, he is. Just a sophomore. Ethan Ronnie signed with Murray State Junior College in Tishomingo for baseball this past week. 3rd and 21 at the Booker T 30-yard line for the Yellow Jackets. Clock stops on the incompleted pass with 2:10 to go here in the third quarter. There you see the score, 22-14 Choctaw. And now flags lit of the field again. Yellow Jackets point to the Hornets pointing at the Yellow Jackets. This thing still has a long ways to go to catch the pace, or the lack thereof, that we saw in the first half, but started to get ugly here late in the third quarter. And it is illegal procedure, the call against Choctaw. So now it is 3rd down and 26 back at the 35 of the Hornets. They started this drive after a C.J. Smith fumble recovery at the 19. They managed to get to the 17 before two penalties, a personal foul and now a false start against Choctaw. Next snap will come under 2 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. Booker T, one of 3 unbeatens through 3 weeks in Class 6A 2, District 2. Direct snap. Ray takes the snap, now tosses back to Wessel. He's in trouble. Throws off of his back foot into the end zone. The pass is incomplete. Off the fingertips of the intended target, Lamarion Curry.
Goodness, that showed his arm strength there.
So Kimes Gilbert going to his bag of tricks. And Booker T was not fooled. They almost got to Littell Ray, who was the Wildcat back, and then turned and pitched it to Wessel.
Well, big stop there by Booker T. Obviously, momentum that Choctaw had recovering that fumble, and all you saw him do is go backwards about 10 yards.
So they turned it over on downs. Do the Yellow Jackets, 1st and 10, Booker T at the 35-yard line with 1:42 to go here in the third. A motion a man to the near side, DJ McKinney. They fake the handoff, throw it in the flat for McKinney, and it's dropped. And it wasn't really dropped. He short-armed it, so it's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 to the 35. Grant Merrill, Randy Heights, the scoreboard show coming on after all of our coverage tonight here on Skordle. You can also hear it statewide on 18 stations across the network, and you can watch it right here on Skordle. 2nd and 10 to the 35-yard line. Washington remains out there as the single setback. They have DJ McKinney split as a wide receiver left. 2-step drop. Boone throws it out right. The ball is caught. That's Jordan Drew. Came back at the 39 and circles back to the 42 where he's tackled after 7.
Good pass and catch there. And Booker T just needs to be patient, convert, keep it simple. And obviously the key for them is not those, silly penalties or negative plays. They've been sacked a bunch and have been forced into a lot of long lost yardage plays.
Jaden King, Micah Tees split short right, 2 receivers left. 3rd and 3, Booker T at their own 42-yard line. Exactly a minute to go here in the third quarter. Choctaw leading 22-14. Lathan Boone looks to the far side, gets the snap. Drops 3 steps. Under pressure again from Deshaun Brown. Rolling left. He's going to try to keep it and run for the first down.
Goodness.
He does. And he angles out of bounds inside Choctaw territory near the 45-yard line.
He showed a lot of speed once he turned that corner, too.
13 yards on Lathan Boone's run. He has 2 runs tonight, a 19-yarder in the first half, a 13-yard scramble under heavy pressure from Deshaun Brown here in the second half that have both been longer than his season long of 11 on the ground with his feet coming into this one. 1st and 10, Booker T at the 45, and they moved. So here we go. It'll bring up 1st and 15 back at midfield with 47 seconds to go in the third quarter.
And this is what we talked about. You can't have those false start penalties. You can't have the negative plays. It's been difficult enough for Booker T on the offensive side of the ball. And, Choctaw, with how aggressive they are, you can't help them.
Wide receivers left and right. They'll bring 2 tight ends in, one at each side of the line of scrimmage. Now they motion Jordan Drew to the far side. Out of the pistol, they toss it left. Ethan Washington running to the short side of the field. Not much running room as he's hit out of bounds into the Hornet bench. They may give him a couple.
We'll be right back to the game of the week. Let's take you to Cashin, where the Watonga Eagles have the ball down big.
And give Jackson a different look. 2-by-2 for the Watonga Eagles. Jackson back to pass. Pressure on Jackson, in pursuit on Jackson. Deep ball is done. He'll catch it. Beats Gilbert, and that'll be a touchdown. 60-yard pass. And another Watonga receiver getting behind the Cashin DBs.
Touchdown there for Watonga. Let's go to El Reno at Noble.
Got that whole sideline to himself.
He's at the 20. Ooh, he just said, I'm going to turn on the Jets and go score 6 more. Nice,
That's
right
a big-time play right there.
Again, just a little bubble screen out here to Brandon, and he had a tremendous, about 10 yards upfield. He kind of juked back to his left, slowed those pursuers down, and he, boom, turns on the Jets and goes to the house.
Noble Bears extend their lead late. Let's go back to the game of the week. Booker T on offense.
To tuck it and run, but how about Ethan Washington's block on Brown?
Yeah, and you don't want to have to step in there and take that big hit, but man, that seemed like it's happened 2 or 3 times in this game where Boone looks like he's dead in rights and just busts out a long play.
Longest run for Boone this season, 23 yards, and the ball is just outside the red zone of the 25 of Choctaw. Yellow Jackets have spent their first time out of the second half. Booker T still has all 3 of theirs. So we keep it right here with 18.8 seconds to go here in the third quarter, 22-14. The last time that Choctaw won a district title, and they have their sights set on that this year, despite the fact they are in with the juggernaut Bixby, was back in 1981. Before that, you had to go back to 1965. And their first district title in school history came back in 1959. In fact, from 59 to 65, Choctaw won a total of 6 of their 7 district titles. In 1960, they were crowned Class B state titleists, and that's the last time they played in a championship game.
Class B.
It was back in the day where there was A and B.
That is nuts.
Obviously, we're not near the number of schools, and enrollments weren't what they are today. Yeah, A and B. That was it.
It's wild.
Now, A is the smallest classification of 11-man football, and B is classified as 8-man. Hornets line up, ready to go from the 25-yard line. Boone fakes the handoff, floats it out left, and the ball is caught at the 20. A flag is down and out of bounds near the 13. Goes Demetrius Purdom on the catch. But that flag came in right about the time Lathan Boone released the ball. I wonder if it's a hold.
I don't know, but he threw that. That was a heck of a toss by that official. He threw that flag about 20 yards.
Looked like Jordan Spieth's wedge today at the Ryder Cup when he landed the ball on the green, and we almost lost Spieth to Lake Michigan.
The back official threw that flag from Norman.
It's against the Yellow Jackets. And it looks like holding the call against Choctaw. So Booker T will have a decision. They're going to decline it and take the result of the play, which is a first down.
Now they've hit pay dirt, right?
Well, they are in the Skordle pay dirt zone. The line of scrimmage is at the 12-yard line. So, again, they can pick up a first down without scoring the touchdown. Ethan Washington is in the backfield. They motion a man to the near side. They hand it to Washington, nowhere to go. He spins and then is pushed backwards.
And there has been nothing in between the tackles for Booker T all night long.
That'll be the final play of the third quarter as C.J. Smith is the final player up off the bottom of the pile. 12 minutes to go. We have a good one as expected here on the game of the week. 2-6-8-2 Powers going at it. Number 2 leads number 4, Choctaw 22, Booker T. Washington.
Okay, timeout on the field as we enter the fourth quarter in the game of the week. Let's take you to Garber, where the Wolverines are on offense up big.
In the gun, there's a snap. Mirez handoff to Jacob as he tries to find a hole. Pretty good run. Wasn't much there, but got positive yardage to make this a 3rd and 6 for the Wolverines.
Good opportunity for some guys here. Deeds there on the offensive line, and 24. Riley Grants, the senior. Good to see him out there as well.
We get to the 4-minute marker.
Colton Steinert
left in this game. Yep, Steiner out wide left.
Yep.
Got Ty Silvers in the slot. Mingo with the snap. Rolls out right. Kind of has little room. Cuts back upfield and finds a hole. Makes a few guys miss. Hold on to the ball. Keep rolling.
Yeah.
Great run by Domingo Ramirez for the Wolverine. First down.
Domingo's got some savvy to him, you know.
Yeah.
He really does.
Lined up, you see him a little more on defense, but I've seen him line up at safety, corner. Kind of one of those.
Let's go back to the game of the week with boss man Adam Dieselhorst giving us some texts. Adam, why don't you call your game?
3 back to the 15-yard line. Actually going to spot at the 14, so it's a loss of 2. Booker T. Washington in the red zone. Trailing 22-14. Ethan Washington has gone most of the way tonight, toting the pigskin. He lines up at a slot left. Now the Yellow Jackets do not have enough players on the field. They finally bring one in, a substitute for the far side. They'll motion Washington that way.
Nice.
Now it's a quarterback draw for Boone, and Boone is wrapped up and dropped. He may have got a yard to the 13-yard line.
I really like the play call there, and he actually had some space, and for some reason he cut back towards this side of the field. I think if he'd have stayed the course towards his sideline, he'd gotten about 5 or 6 more yards.
Tackle was made by R.J. Jackson, so a yard gain brings up 3rd down and 12 at the 13-yard line. You wonder, with half a minute gone here in the fourth quarter, if this is not 4-down territory for Jonathan Brown, the way Choctaw has been able to control the game with the run game in the second half. Tied in, lined up right. Receivers flank to each side. Boone to throw. Slant over the middle. Ball caught. Not much doing. Back to pick up a yard to the 12, and that's going to bring up 4th down and long. Now this Yellow Jacket defense, which held Bixby to 24 and 17, respectively, in 2 meetings last year, has looked the part tonight.
Yeah, I mean, they're just really on their keys. I mean, that time, Boone didn't have anywhere to go with it, and obviously he found a guy, but he was tackled immediately. Great defensive coverage there by Choctaw secondary.
Under 10:40 to play of the ball game. They will go for it.
Big play.
Booker T needs to get to the 2 of Choctaw. They need 12 yards for a score and a 2-point conversion that could tie it. And now Jonathan Brown and his offensive staff want a timeout. 10:34 to play in the ball game.
Timeout on the field in Choctaw. We'll be right back to that big 4th down play. Let's go to Watonga at Cashin. The Wildcats on offense up big.
38, fourth quarter. Harmon gives it to Bobby. Stays patient, makes a move, keeps the pile moving. They're going to try to strip it. He'll fall down after maybe a gain of about 4. Clock's running, brings up 2nd down at about 6.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see the, Shackelford run every single play until he gets in the end zone, just to show that we can run the clock out and finish this game on the ground and with power and get in the end zone just to kind of seal it off.
Not as glamorous as some of the plays that we're used to, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with going and getting 4 and 5 yards every single play.
2nd and 6 from the 46. Cash inside of the ball. Actually, the Watonga side of the ball. I apologize.
Okay, we'll bring you back to Cashin in just a minute. Let's go to Pond Creek at Garber. Pond Creek with a big turnover have the ball on offense on their own 5-yard line.
46 years of service.
Wow, that's good. Unreal.
Pretty unreal. Appreciate everything he does for GPS.
Schumann hands it off to the fullback. And there he is, Savansky again. Just can't wrap him up, and he gets the outside, and he may score right here. Yes, he's to 50, and there's no one that's going to catch him. He will get in the end zone on a 95, 96-yard touchdown for Savansky. Man. So that'll bring the score to 56-20. You hate to be
Big
greedy.
touchdown run there for Pond Creek late in that game. Let's take you back to the game of the week. Booker T threw an incompletion on their 4th down play, so Choctaw takes over.
They're running, kind of streaking down the sidelines, but great stop there by Choctaw.
If you're a Hornet fan, it's a good news, bad news situation. The bad news is, obviously, you turned it over deep in the opponent's end of the field and come up without points. The good news is, if your defense can stiffen right here, you should get good starting field position as Choctaw will start this drive at the 12. But Booker T has had very little success here in the second half when it comes to stopping the run game of Choctaw. Littell Ray is in the backfield. Choctaw has to hurry. They just got the play in. They snap it with one. Ray gets the handoff, bounces right. He's across the 15 to the 20, dragging a defender with him, and he's going to be very close to the first down of the 22. How about that? Still Wessel had his arms up in the air as to say, I need something, I need something. They snap it with one of the 40-second play clock, handed off to Ray, who bails him out.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good bailout. If all else fails, hand it to Ray, right?
Second down. No, now they've moved the chains. It is first down at 10 at the 22. I thought he got 10. He did. Choctaw content to wind the play clock down. It's under 20 seconds now. Game clock less than 10 minutes to play in the ball game. Booker T. Washington trailing 22-14. Back to Ray again. Into the secondary he goes, and he's spun down after an 8-yard gain at the 30-yard line. Coming up, Kuron Ross to make the stop. He is in there at linebacker. Well, you cannot give up 6, 7, 8 yards a snap on first down. That's what the Hornets defense has done here in the second half, and now a flag comes in for the near sideline.
So we were talking earlier about the history of both of these programs, and we were talking about the long history of Booker T. And Coach Hardaway from Cashin just messaged me, and check this stat out. Booker T. Washington, most historically active NFL players, 16. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you a team on here that'll surprise you with 12 that's third. How about Enid? 12 NFL players.
That doesn't surprise me. Once upon a time, they used to have a really good program there.
And then Lawton is second with 13. And there's a handful of others, but above 10, Norman, Douglas, and Muskogee and Tulsa Central.
Sideline violation against Choctaw, 5 yards. The flag comes in, and now we're going to get rough in the passer. Just a senseless penalty by Jaden Oates, who knocked Wessel to the turf clearly after the play had blown dead and everybody had stopped.
Well, and we talked about how clean the game was, and you know what's crazy is this is still a one-score game too. So if you're Booker T, I mean these penalties are going to start adding up. 15 yards here, 15 yards there, just not smart for Booker T.
We'll sort this out. There were 2 flags. One was thrown before the play. The other was a late hit. That's going to be on Oates against the quarterback, Wessel. You know, Booker T thinks this is a year they can really make some hay at 6A2. And I tend to agree with him from what I've seen tonight. They cannot do it, though, with what has been a lack of discipline tonight.
Yeah, I mean, their best player has not played all but maybe 2 minutes of this game is all he's played, and and then all these other penalties that they've had, and same way on the other side. I mean, Choctaw is committing penalties too as well, so it's not like it's clean on both sides of the ball. But when you get in a big matchup in a playoff game against some good teams, these penalties will kill you.
Okay, they marked an offsides penalty off against Booker T. The official signaled offsides against Choctaw. He originally said it was against the Hornets. And again, I thought there was a flag that came in late after it looked like Oates had hit Wessel.
I'm not sure I really understand.
And it looks like the Choctaw coaching staff is asking the official on the near side about that. Oates did extend a hand outward to help the Choctaw quarterback up. Okay, so it'll be 2nd down and 2 back at the 30. The two teams exchanged 5-yard penalties, and there was no foul on Jaden Oates. Booker T showing some pressure, and as the snap comes back, another flag. Somebody may have flinched up front for the Yellow Jackets.
Goodness.
Nope, it's offsides. I'm going to quit guessing. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
I know if Tom Nelson was here, because, he likes to keep stats during games, too, as well. His stat sheet would be literally full of check marks by penalties.
1st and 10 to the 35. We're getting a statistician, by the way, before next week. Bryce will split the check with me. Latel Ray in the backfield, hands it off.
Oh, big hole.
Big hole. Dump truck down to the 45-yard line. That's right at the first down marker. They give him to the 46, so a run of 11.
Bryce, he's a aeroscience engineer or whatever it is. I mean, he's got to be good at stats.
The next nuclear bomb, yeah. I'm sure.
He's good at stats, right? I mean, so we can put him on that. I mean, all he's got to do is switch back and forth from cameras.
You know what? I could do a lot in the booth, but I've never really learned to keep stats, and I hate to admit that publicly. 1st and 10 to the 46-yard line. Bunch formation right, tied in this way as well. Again, it's Ray who gets his number called.
We'll bring you back to the game of the week in just a second. Let's take you to Pond Creek at Garber.
Give Garber the 56-20 win.
Yeah. You can see the teams meeting at half field there. That game is over. Garber with a big 56-20 win. And Garber still undefeated on the season. Let's take you back to the game of the week.
Drop the linebacker to his knees.
Latel Ray, just a junior. He is cat quick, 4-3 of the 40. Had a 47-yard run against Stillwater in the semifinals last year. Ran for 117 of the team's loss 2 weeks ago at Jesuit down in Dallas. Ray gets the handoff again. Flags all over the field as Latel Ray is belted down at the 44. Right now, that's enough for the first down should the play stand. Stop me if you hear this. We'll read the flag. It's a hold against Choctaw.
It has been a night of a lot of penalties.
It's been an entertaining game. That's evident by the score, 22-14, with all the athletes out there on the field and both teams displaying what they can do best. But it has been an ugly, ugly game tonight, to say the least. Line of scrimmage back at the 44 of Choctaw brings up 2nd down and 12. As the clock begins to roll, we're approaching 7.5 minutes to play here in the football game. Well, looks like next week we will be at Putnam City North for PC North and Deer Creek. At least that's one of the games we're targeting for multiple game of the week packages next week. Hand off to Ray again, and he is ridden down. A good tackle by Jaden Oates. Oates fought off the block at the point of attack and rolls him down, a gain of 6 to midfield. And I think you've noticed the same thing I have, that Ray is into the second level of the defense really before Booker T can even get off of a block up front.
Yeah, and then when they do try to get off a block, his first cut is so quick that he's getting another 5 or 6 yards. You mentioned Deer Creek. How about this? Stillwater and Deer Creek are going into overtime, tied at 21.
It'll be a big win for Coach Stanley's ball club. That game at Deer Creek tonight, 3rd down and 6 at midfield for the Yellow Jackets. 6.5 minutes to play. 2 tight ends right. They hand it left. Ray is cut down as he gets across midfield to the 49. And he tried to make that little left to right cut. And this time the defense was waiting for him. It's going to bring up 4th down and about 5.
Some other scores of interest in 6A1. Owasso and Union are tied at 7 going into overtime. About 8 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. This would be an upset. Mustang leads Norman North 42-35.
4th and 5. They'll go for it. Will Choctaw at the Booker T 49-yard line. Clock reads 6 minutes exactly to play in the ball game. Choctaw trying to keep the drive alive, burn more time, and continue to nurse an 8-point lead. And now Wessel will walk to the near side, and the Yellow Jackets will spend a timeout. Timeout, 5:55 to play in the ball game. Back after these messages on the High Plains Insurance Skordle Game of the Week.
Timeout on the field at the game of the week. Let's take you to Watonga at Cashin. Eagles on offense down big.
You guys have been hearing stuff we don't hear. We apologize. Hopefully it was clean and family type material, but a lot of times we've got that sideline camera. Crazy things can happen. So the Watonga Eagles are taking over right on the 40. Jackson with a little fake toss sweep. It does go out to number 5, Dakota Morris. He catches it, comes back across. Strong run there by the junior Dakota Morris, number 5 slot. That'll be enough for about an 8-yard gain. We'll bring up second down and about 2. Looks like we've got a Tommy Brandt inside, and Aiden Williams is still out there. We've got number 54, Ryan Yandel. We still have Burke out there, number 9 for the Cashin Wildcats. Nathan Abavi at corner. We've got Max Higdon at safety along with Seth Gilbert and Cooper Frazee. Jake Branson at linebacker along with Caleb Duran as well. Love seeing lots of new faces out there for the Cashin Wildcat D. Jackson with a little pump, fake, and run. Nobody's fooled on that, but give Jackson a little credit as he tries to get the outside. Nabavi's there, tries to cut back, gets a laning. We'll get the tackle. Good job there by the sophomore Nathan Nabavi.
Okay, let's take you back to the game of the week. They're back from commercial. Choctaw on offense.
Caught a diving reception inside the 35-yard line. It was Jax Burchett that made the catch, and I thought when he released it, it was an incompleted pass.
I mean, a good throw, too, by Wassel. We see him sprint out, and he just seems so much more comfortable.
We're going to show you the replay of that. Great pass and great catch.
Or they turn this ball over on downs. Rolling right, Wessel. Feeling some pressure. Throws near side.
Wow.
It's caught a diving reception inside the 35-yard line.
And now back to live action.
It was Jackson. C.J. Smith hit, drags the defender with him, got back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Elias Sherman was the one that he hit, and that is a big man against a big man.
One other game we had on Pater tonight, Watonga had a really good start to the season at 3-0, and they meet their match against Cashin. Cashin is up 56-18 in the fourth quarter.
And now, Choctaw is at the line of scrimmage. Booker T. Looked like they were John with themselves, and the officials come in. And it looks like Amadre Tiger is headed off to the sideline. That's a big loss up front in his stay. Can't see who the nose tackle is. Might be Ramsey Austin. I think that is who it is out there. 4:50 to play in the ball game, 22-14. By the way, how good is Ben Harmon, the quarterback at Cashin?
He's good. I mean, and the weapons he has. I mean, we talked about it earlier, Lagasse and Manning and Vandruff, and a lot of people don't know this, but they have the Fippen kid will be coming back, and the Fippen kid is another weapon for them. I'm sure everybody in Class A can't wait for them to get one more weapon, but the defending state champions, they lost that game early against a really good Rejoice Christian team, but man, they're going to be tough to beat in Class A. I just got an update, by the way. Deer Creek just went ahead of Stillwater in overtime, 28-21.
That is huge for the Antlers.
Well, touchdown Stillwater, 28-28.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now we're ready to resume action. 4:10 to play. Hand off to Ray. Cuts right, 25 to the 20, 15 to the 10, Ray to the 5, and he is tackled inside the 5 near the 2-yard line. How about the footwork by Littell Ray?
I mean, we've been talking about it all night, and that sidestep that he makes is just super difficult. I mean, he does it every time. It seems like he gets about 5 yards past the line of scrimmage, and then it's amazing how he cuts, and he's still going as fast once he regains his feet.
30 more out of the rushing total for Littell Ray, who came in with 410 rushing yards this season. For all he's done tonight, he's yet to score a touchdown. They may call his number here. He remains out there as the tailback. They give it to Ray straight ahead, and he walks the dog in for the touchdown. Goodness. I could have reached pay dirt on that gaping hole on the left side.
And Choctaw looks to put that game away with a late touchdown. Let's go to El Reno at Noble with the Bears in the pay dirt.
Colin get a chance to go back and look at, some the SCT down the middle. He just said, I'll just follow my blockers and go get.
Follow those linemen.
Go, he did.
Absolutely. Great job. Just a nice convoy for the linemen there, giving a nice push on that defensive front, and Thomas just kind of.
And Noble putting their game away with another late touchdown. Let's go back to Cashin with the Wildcats. Watonga Eagles in the pay dirt.
Good enough at recognizing that and getting the
I
ball
don't know how you lose
out
Dunn,
quick
though.
and for the touchdown.
Number 2 and number 1, I got my spidey senses, my eyeballs, and my ears open. But good job. Jackson off his back foot puts it on the money, and that's a touchdown. Going for 2, back to pass, pressure's on, across the middle. Nice little snag there by Dunn again.
Wow. One-handed snag at that.
I think Dunn's been trying just to make all of his catches one-handed. So that'll be the first 2-point conversion completed by the Watonga Eagles. And that'll move the score to 56-25.
Well, they're getting lined up for the extra point. I'll see if I can't bring some updated scores from around the district. Hominy and Pawnee tied 36-36 in the fourth quarter. OCA and Hinton, 18-16 is the final of that. Hinton will lose to OCA.
Okay, what a great one-handed catch there on the 2-point conversion. We're going to show you a slow-mo replay of that one.
It's a touchdown. Going for 2. Back to pass. Pressure's on.
Will beat Commerce 75-14.
Oh my goodness.
Morrison will lose to Tonkawa 16-27, the final for that.
Let's take you back to the game of the week. Choctaw with a late touchdown. They are kicking off to Booker T.
17, and it took them 2 plays all on the ground from Littell Ray to make this thing really difficult now in Booker T. Washington. It's 29-14 with 3.5 to play.
Well, I mean, that's just synonymous with a team that is, in the upper echelon in this class. I mean, that's the kind of drive you see in a game like this. Big drive by Choctaw.
Kickoff is short of the end zone, but flags are down. I think somebody left early on the kick coverage team for the Yellow Jackets.
I'm surprised there's a flag. Stillwater is up 35-28 in double overtime.
Well, that will be a tough loss for the Antlers at home, who had a touchdown lead after scoring their first possession of overtime. False start is the signal, so instead of the 40, they'll place the ball on the tee at the 35. 3:36 to play. Another great football weekend here on Skordle. Started last night with Laverne, the number 1 ranked team in Class B, rolling past Pioneer Pleasantville. Hope you enjoyed that game. Our game here tonight, plus Skordle Pay Dirt with our good friend Andy Campbell back in studio. So Yossi has put the ball on the tee at the 35-yard line. This one should be returned by Booker T. Here is Yossi's 10-yard approach. Line drive kick to the near side. It hits at the 11, bounces into the hands of Jordan Drew. He was down as he went to a knee to pick that ball up, and it's going to be down at the 8-yard line. Some nights it's just not your evening. Or Jordan Drew with a mistake there. Going to a knee with possession of the football. Trying to recover a line drive kick. Now watch that front for Deer Creek. Just pin its ears back and really go after Lathan Boone. Not that they have it all evening long, but with a 2-touchdown lead. So a penalty now has been thrown against Choctaw. And the line of scrimmage will be at the 23-yard line. It's a 15-yard penalty. So a break for Booker T. Washington. Instead of starting their own 8th, they'll be at the 23. They'll become immune to flags tonight, and the signal from the referee.
Flags. Flags, and more flags.
29-14 our score for
That's
the
all I can say.
24. Boone throws it out right. Ball is caught. First down and more across the 35, out of bounds near the 37. Micah Tees with the reception. And that's really what the Hornets are going to be relegated to do now, is just to air it out.
Yeah, there's still 3:30 left. They can get a quick score and obviously an onside kick.
They'll officially put it down to the 38, so 15 yards of first down. One back set. Ball on the far hash for Booker T. Washington. Boone, feeling the pressure, rolls left, dumps it off, incomplete. It's probably just as well. If Purdom handles that pass, he's going to be drilled by C.J. Smith for a loss. Say it's been a pretty good evening for the what looked to be soon 3-1 Yellow Jackets of Choctaw. Homecoming, they celebrated before the ball game. A terrific halftime performance by the pride of Choctaw at intermission. Second and 10 of the 32-yard or the 37-yard line. Boone to throw, rolling right. Now he's in trouble and he's going to be sacked.
That may do it there.
It's a whole host of Yellow Jackets around the football. The loss goes back to the 35. That'll bring up third down and 13. We're under 3 minutes to play in the ball game. Booker T has 2 timeouts. Choctaw has 1. Obviously, the Yellow Jackets probably will not burn that final timeout. Booker T's using a lot of time up. Precious seconds, down by 2 scores as they just now get to the line of scrimmage. And we're approaching 2.5 minutes to play in the ball game.
Here
Third
comes
down
Choctaw.
and 13. Back to throw, Boone. Steps up, flush for the pocket, gets away from Brown, throws across the way, it's caught, and immediately out of bounds at the 42-yard line.
I mean, Brown was just, he got grabbed and held by about every one of the offensive linemen from Booker T that time.
Jordan Drew on the receiving end of that catch. 4th and 6 is the play, that's just 7.
A quick update from that Deer Creek Stillwater game that we were closely covering. Stillwater wins 35-28 in double overtime.
Yellow Jacket faithful making noise. 4th and a long 6. They officially put it down to the 41. So it's almost 7 full yards. 3 Hornets to the near side. This is your ball game right here with under 2.5 to play.
Timeout.
And now Booker T is going to use a timeout. That will leave them with 1. Back in a moment, 29-14 Choctaw, the High Plains Insurance Skordle game of the week.
They're talking about the band. They're telling the band.
That's exactly what was going on, but Booker T is also going to take a timeout.
Yeah.
So we'll take a break. 2:29 to play in the High Plains Insurance Skordle game of the week.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private sellers, and so on. But knowing exactly where to get your car loan makes it all much less stressful. That's where Communication Federal can help. There's a reason we're known for auto loans around here. Lots of car options, lots of places to buy, but only one choice for an auto loan. Communication Federal Credit Union.
.229 to play. They did quiet the band. Booker T, as we told you, took a timeout. They empty the backfield on 4th down. Boone steps up, throws. He's got a receiver at the 45 in opponent territory. And down to the 37-yard line goes Micah Tees. And that is as well thrown of a football as we've seen tonight from Boone.
That's a big answer there by Boone. Boone has really been, he's had a heck of a game considering how much he's been chased. I think there's going to be a flag now on Choctaw.
13 yards on the first down catch on 4th and 6. They threw it in front of the sideline. So more than likely we're going to have another sideline violation called against the Yellow Jackets. We saw one earlier here in the second half. That's exactly what it is. So Booker T. Washington is still breathing, but with one timeout remaining, or 2 timeouts, excuse me, and 2:21 remaining in the game. That's a big 5 yards. Don't kid yourself, because it moves them closer to the end zone without time running off. Ball will now be at the 22-yard line.
15 yards, right?
Yep. Yeah, not 5, it's 15. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. I said 5, I meant 15. Again,
I knew what you meant.
I've lost my concentration on the fouls at this point.
Just so many that it's hard to count.
So Booker T is just outside the red zone. Down 29-14. Both teams scored in the 20s last year.
The pay dirt zone, Todd.
Choctaw came away with a victory. You need to write that down, so I'll remember that from now on. You're renaming stuff and not telling anybody. But I guess it's your world. You can make up the rules. I'm going to flag you.
It would be necessary at this point.
Oh, goodness.
Look at that moon over there.
It's pretty. Did you see the harvest moon this past week?
Ah, it was gorgeous.
Looked like daylight.
It did.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10 of the 22. Hornets need a quick strike. Boone from the gun, empties the backfield, looking left, rolling left, steps up, stays on his feet, and the second wave is going to swallow him under. Julius Pruitt was in there, trying to see who the first defender was that may have gotten in there. But he was the one that he got free from. Didn't get free from the second, and guess what? There's flags down.
I mean,
guys, I've done this a long time. I've never seen anything like this.
There's been
I don't
so
think
many
I've
flags.
ever seen a more penalized game in my entire life.
Well, and it's like you said, it's a shame because it's completely disrupted the flow of the game. I mean, two's just super talented teams, you know, but there's just a lot of chippiness, and that started very early in this game, but a lot of unnecessary penalties on both sides of the ball.
If you're a Choctaw fan, that's what I thought it might be. Defensive holding. They threw a flag in the secondary. So that is going to take away the sack. Now dead ball, personal foul against Choctaw, so 2 fouls. Now the Yellow Jacket sideline is not at all happy, nor is the crowd, as you might be able to hear down below.
Yeah, I thought they were going to call that the other way, but I think he might have pointed maybe the wrong direction.
2 flags on the play. One was defensive holding against Choctaw.
At this point, I'm not sure what is happening.
I'm not certain the striped shirts know what's happening. They're walking over to the far
we're back in studio here. We have 2 games remaining, obviously the game of the week, and you can watch that game on Skordle TV. The other game that's still remaining is El Reno at Noble, and you can watch that game on noblebears.tv. That'll do it for Skordle Pay Dirt tonight from Orthodontics Exclusively. We want to thank Orthodontics Exclusively for allowing us to use their studio. Please be sure to catch the post-game show that you can access on the Skordle app. And we will see you next week with another 8 games on Skordle Pay Dirt.